Destination.
Taking some minute to get warmed up.
everybody.
Peace. What's going on, everybody?
Did you know we was on? Hold on, let's try to turn this.
No, I did. You gave me the. You didn't give me the 5-second count.
I didn't know. My bad. Damn. Okay. First and foremost, I'm honored to be part of Kofa's monthly whole live stream. So we doing this together. Like I issued the challenge.
Says the man that issued the challenge.
Yes. And let me know if you guys can hear us well on the thing. I don't know if the beat's too loud or not. You think the beat's too loud? Let us know in the comments if the beat is too loud. Yeah. Cause I hear it in the headphones, but I don't know. Let's see. I think for everybody coming in, let me check right quick. Okay, I see Mona's here. What's good, Mona? I see Sean from the Shizen. Sean, what's going on with you? Thank you.
Peace
coming
up.
in. I see
Peace
Kofa.
up. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Peace up. I'm listening.
I see I'm listening.
He said, great job last night on Dr. T. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate you checking in.
Yeah, so we on both our own channels. So I'm on my channel on Broken Traditions, and Kofa's on his channel, Growth Talk with Kofa. So let me know in the chat which channel you guys are checking us out on. Yeah. Is it on my channel or Kofa channel? Please let me know in the comments which one y'all.
Yeah, same old same. Make sure you do a little bit of housekeeping. Make sure you hit the like button when you come in.
Please.
Simple. Again, the likes are free. Subscriptions are free.
Yes.
So make sure you hit those. I don't think we're shaking a 10 cup tonight. We're just, the donations, cash apps come is much appreciated.
Okay.
But again, the likes and the subscriptions are free.
Yes.
So especially for your boy, because I need about 130 something more, and I'll hit that 1,000 mark. Trying to run up these 4,000 watch hours so I can get monetized, start bringing better content.
Yes.
But of course, as LaRon said, I'm honored to have him here at Casa de Kofa.
Yes.
We over here chilling, man. Had a smoke earlier, had a good conversation. So we're just gonna carry that conversation from out there in the backyard smoking, where I like to shoot my cigar Sundays and Saturdays, depending on the rain. Yeah. But where I like to shoot those podcasts at. And he came through and chilled with the boy this evening.
Yeah. First thing first, I want to give a shout out to Sean from the Shy for the super chat. She said, good evening, Real Rap Ron. I'm looking forward to this content tonight. And good evening to your man, to your manly guest in the house. That's Kofa right there. And
salute, Sean. Salute.
Sean and Mike with the bad knees. He said, he said, now that I know it's a competition, I'm switching over to Kofa.
Yes, because look, man, shout out to Mike with bad knees, man. I can't. I promise you, that puts a smile on my face every time I read it, every time one of us says it, man. Salute to Mike has bad knees, man. Yeah. I really appreciate you, brother. I'm looking at his computer sometimes. I'm looking at my computer. I'm looking at the camera, but I'm here with y'all. Again, Mike with bad knees, I appreciate you, brother. Slide on over. Help me run up these watch hours, because LaRon, for those that don't know on my channel, he is the one that issued the challenge about a month ago, earlier in April. He was in one of my live chats, and he was like, hey, who thinks Kofa should go live every day in May? And of course, a lot of y'all raised y'all hand. I'm like, you sons of bitches. But I thank you all. I want to personally thank LaRon while I got him here, man. It really did help my algorithm. I have increased in viewership and subscriptions. So things is going good. I wasn't sure I could do it every day, but y'all have been rocking with me. Some days I phoned it in, but I think I've been putting out a pretty good content. Some days I have phoned it in. I am a man of my word. Yeah. I am going to go live every day in May. Sometimes, like I think it was Saturday, I was kind of tired, so I just ran a solid hour. But yeah, I had to throw on that uniform this weekend and play soldier. So I was tired today, but we're gonna get it done. I'm enjoying it, man. I appreciate the challenge, man.
I know you're only 9 days in, but I'm glad you're doing this, man.
Yes.
And also, Dr. Mark is in the building. Flawless mentality, Dr. Mark.
Salute
to the guy. Hold on, give me a minute. Let me read that. Oh, okay, Mike, I gotta subscribe. Okay, it says, salute to the gods, Kofa fan, Broken Traditions family, brothers of excellence, the God, beautiful goddess of the growth family. You got a family. I can't say I'm a broken family. I don't want to say that.
The Traditions family.
Yeah, the Traditions family. I don't know. I'm gonna make up a name. I just called it the Tribe. I said the Tribe. So that's the name of it. Yo, we got so many wires all over the place.
Salute. We were just talking about that, man. It's crazy how, being on the other side of this now, just when I was viewing before, I didn't know how much went into it. So going live every day in May, I am very appreciative of it, because it's like, man, it really takes work to think of a concept, put it together, do the videos y'all have watched. Sometimes my videos won't play. I got to ask you to hold on, hurry up again, as we keep saying. Stole it from Kevin Samuels, who we'll be speaking on tonight.
Yeah.
But stole it from him, man. We are flying. We are building the plane as we fly it.
Yep.
It's just about getting things done.
Yep. I still got to do some setup over here. You can start doing the housekeeping. I see Mo on the go. Mo, who page you on, Mo? You on my page or you on Kofa's page? Because I think you found Kofa through me, so you better not cheat on me, Mo.
Yeah, Mo, you gotta slide over. We ain't gonna tell nobody. Just slide over, hit that like button. It's a lot of y'all that did have come on my lives. I've seen you kind of peek your head in the door and just hit the like button. So I do appreciate that. When I've gone live, I'm still playing with the algorithm, but it does look like my sweet spot. Because of you guys, the feedback you've been giving me is between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. During the week. By the end of the month, I should have something solid locked down, a solid time, and a solid day to 3 days going forward.
All right, so something ain't right, because it said I got 1 viewer in here and 8 likes, so I don't know what's going on.
I got one viewer and 7 likes.
All right, so
it's all, man, and you know, we're joking. It's all family. We were talking about, man, we like our little YouTube family, man. We was out back. We was smoking. Like, man, it's crazy how this came together. I ran into Mind Games Uncut. Shout out to that brother if he pops in. I ran into him at the cigar bar, and then we were just having a discussion about, you know, YouTube. And then he was like, man, you know that brother over there? He has a podcast. And I was like, who? And he pointed at LaRon. And so me and him started talking, and we've been running ever since. LaRon got me to that dude named Dave's content. Do Better podcast with Theo Coop content, and it kind of rolled from there. We've linked up, had some discussions, and we do talk on the back end. So again, social media is for you to be social.
Facts.
And I'm kind of a quiet guy myself in my personal life, but I do like this social media, Steve. I've met some good people. Shout out to Mona representing the sisters. She's come through. Shout out to Mo. Who was that? Sean from the Shy. Shout out to you, sis.
Royalty's in here. I see Royalty.
I appreciate you being in here, sis. That's my battle buddy. That's my army partner. Appreciate you stopping through. I am quiet. Royalty says I'm not quiet. Look, I be talking shit at work, man. You know I be trying to damn pass the day. Lord have mercy. Because it drags.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, keep me honest, Mo. I think Mo is going to be in Atlanta next weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Mo.
Because Mo's on the go.
You got it. I'm for real. So if you just swinging through, Mo, let us know. Both of us stay near the airport.
Well, I won't be here.
Oh, damn, you gonna be gone?
She told me, I said I won't be here.
That's right.
I'm getting flued out.
You're getting flued out. And y'all roll with the conversation today, man. We're running it off of LaRon's computer. I don't have my soundboard set up. So, but you know which sounds, ladies, you already get a "you go girl," and I'm a lady. Shout out to Shanae. But y'all already get those. The brothers, you know, hey man, another 3-pointer. This guy is hotter than fish grease. So everybody gets a sound effect off top just because I don't have the board set up.
Hey, Mo said she not. She had to go to a funeral. I'm sorry to hear that, Mo.
Oh damn, Mo.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
Condolences.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Yeah, but, sorry to hear that, Mo. Yeah, I miss you. Say she was coming out here. Okay, so I can watch it here too. I watch it on my phone as well. So
okay,
at least I keep a little bit of something going on.
Some type of continuity.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're flowing. We had a slight glitch almost immediately when we started. We was like, man, we got to figure this out real quick. So it looks like we're rolling. I got an excellent connection on my end.
Yeah, I see excellent connection too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Also, people coming in, Mo, all the members of the YouTube channel, I appreciate you guys keeping the lights on. You know what I'm saying? Sean from the Shy, appreciate your super chat. We about to start cooking, man. We about to start cooking. Mike with the bad knees, I know you switched over to the other side. You went to the dark side. It's all good, though. It's all good.
Yes, Laurent Mo on the go says flued out. Yes, he's getting flued out.
Yeah, I'm getting flued out.
For his birthday,
for my
man.
Birthday,
go ahead and tell that slight story real quick. He doesn't know where he's going.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm going. So, Mama Lex, I know she's not in the chat now. She got to do her errands and stuff like that. So, Mama Lex is flying me out somewhere for my birthday. for my 40th birthday, and it's a surprise. So, you know what I'm saying? If Mama Lex was crazy, I still have an insurance plan because my mom know where I'm going. So if something happens to me, she know where I'm at. But
oh, you left that part out. I'm glad.
Yeah.
So Big Mama knows and Little Mama knows.
Yeah.
You completely in the dark. You literally getting flued out.
Mm-hmm. And the ill part about it too, I work for a tracking company, so I could literally bring in like a tracking device with me. So my coworkers could know where I'm at too. So, because my coworker said, "You're not gonna bring a tracking device with you just in case." I'm like, "Nah, we good."
Yeah, man. Shout out to Mama Lex.
Yeah.
What we got?
I see Mona D said we're celebrating my hubby's 40th birthday as well. So your husband is a Taurus? Lucky you, Mona. Lucky you. Because it would be the best man ever. But I'm going on for you tonight, man. Like,
you went off me last time when we did it at your crib.
Yeah, because I'm doing the computer, so I got to do the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
I was guessing at your house.
So tonight...
Oh, before we get started, too. Your man Kofa got over 2,000 pillows on his couch.
Man, they came with the couch. But I tell you what, they're a great comfort. When I was in my apartment and I had carpet, I used to throw the pillows on the floor and just make a little bed on the pillow and just sit there and have my own little pillow fort, like when I was a kid playing video games. So they come in handy. Okay. They're decorations mainly, but they came with the couch. I'm not that guy. What is it? Is it the Progressive commercials where the guy's like, "Oh, you bought a house or something. You're becoming like your parents." Yeah. That one when he was telling the lady that, "Oh, you have too many pillows," and she didn't want to get rid of any of her pillows, but they came with the couch. So I'm not that guy, but I do like my comfort though.
I do got pillow PTSD because Lex got so many pillows over her house. So when I see pillows, I just thought, so.
He came in here, man. He looked at the couch. He started shaking. I saw a tear well up in his eye. He said, "Why so many pillows, bro?" I said, "Man, it came with the couch." So tonight's conversation, man, we don't know how long we're gonna cook, but we did want to talk about manhood made easy. We're gonna try to simplify this thing. So again, for the guys in the chat, for the ladies in the chat, take it back to your friends. Take it back to your family members, the males that you know, especially those that are younger and coming up and, you know, they're in that space of, I'm grown on paper, I'm an adult on paper, but I'm not grown yet. So we're going to try to simplify some things and make it easy about, you know, going to work, different trials, tribulations they may go through, and just simply how to handle them. We don't have too many videos. I think we have, two Kevin Samuels?
2 or 3, something like that,
that we'll review. They're quick, they're easy. We're going to expand on them. But yeah, tonight's conversation, man, is just simply manhood made easy.
Yeah.
I want to start out with what you talked, the event that you went through. Went to this weekend.
Yeah. So I went to the Rose event, right? It's like a festival.
Rose?
It's a festival with all types of everybody's wearing pink and white. It's a nice festival. They got music there, DJs playing there. The headliners, to me, was not on point. It was Maya and Genuine. This is 2023, and the headliners was Maya and Genuine. I was like, I'm not really here for Maya or Genuine, right? Like,
well, I would have been there for Maya.
Maya looks good.
If you see this Maya, hey Maya.
Well, she's vegan, so I got a better chance. So.
Oh damn! I might start it. Hey man, I don't know. I love salmon and lamb chops.
You can sneak it in there.
We could talk, Maya. You got to give me one day out the week, Maya.
But I was like, all right, the headliner music wasn't like hitting like that for me. But the festival was very interesting because whoever was there, keep me honest, there was about between 2,000 and 2,500 people there, right? Mm-hmm. Out of that, say 2,500 people, just to go for the higher number, there was about 75 men.
A blessing.
75 men, right? 75 men packing this place out. I was like, this is crazy. Like, and out of the 75 men, I would say most of the men was either with a woman, or they was with each other as they being gay.
Yeah.
Or they had like maybe 10 dudes that were just on the prowl.
Yeah.
Looking for every woman out. I mean.
Or the guys working.
Or the guys working, yeah. I'm not even counting the guys who's working.
Okay.
So the guys working there, I'll say about another 50.
Okay.
So we look at 125 men.
So not counting the guys working.
Yeah.
Not counting the same-sex couples.
Yeah.
Not counting the guys that were there with their significant other.
Yeah. I'll say about 10 men that was single. That was clearly straight. That was their single on the prowl with 2,500 women.
And look, he didn't even call your boy. See, I did a video a couple of days ago reviewing what Kevin Samuels calls the lion that's looking for a pride. You know,
yeah.
he has Mama Lex. He's building his pride. Mm-hmm. I'm the bachelor. I'm the tiger. He didn't call his boy.
Got you next year.
Hey, 365 days. We on the countdown.
But yeah, and it's funny because Lex's friend, she said, look at all these women dressed up, makeup, hair done, new outfit. It's not like something they just had in the closet. It's like new outfit for this event.
Took some effort.
Took some effort just to be around 2,499 other women, all in the same boat. And I was like, damn. And I was just looking like, it was packed. I mean, whatever you wanted. You wanted short, tall, fat, skinny, thick, you know what I'm saying? One leg, two legs, one eye, two eyes.
Light-skinned it.
Light-skinned it, dark-skinned it, white.
Yeah, them dark-skinned ones, we call them chocolate bones.
Yeah,
you know, down south we call the light-skinned chicks the red bones, but I like them chocolate bones.
I mean, it was just so much women. I was like, this is crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And again, I like to reiterate, you didn't call your
boy. Last year, right?
You see how you try to pivot real quick.
And I went last year, and it was actually more. It was a bigger ratio last year. And I remember walking to the bathroom. I got hit on 7 times. And I was like, nah, like, what's that Jay-Z line? Like, chill, my girls are here.
Yeah.
I was also that type of time.
And that was 7 times going to the bathroom. What about coming back?
No, it was 7 total. So, like, 4 going there.
And 3 coming back?
3 coming back, yeah.
That's wild. Mm-hmm. That's wild.
Yep.
Yeah, so those are some of the events I was speaking on a couple of days ago when I was playing the Kevin Samuels clips to take advantage of, man, because I'm here in Atlanta, and again, I didn't know about it. He knew about it because of Lex. So again, they go out and they're the couple, you know, one of the couple people that's out there, and then you got, again, like you said, like 10 obviously straight dudes that are just out there on the prowl.
On the prowl, like a shark.
Which I would have been, because I'm in my tiger space. Yeah. So it's just an interesting dynamic, man, because you always hear the ratio in Atlanta of how many women there are to men, but then we do have to be realistic about it. It's really, I'll say, probably 2 or 3 to 1, because you got to account for sexual orientation of some of the women that are here. Women that are married. There are a lot of women in Atlanta. It blew up in the 90s when women were getting more opportunities to work, and it was just an influx of women that came to Atlanta. So you got the guys that were already here, and then slowly brothers like myself from Alabama. That was always my dream. I'm gonna get big, move to Atlanta, and I eventually did. So I've been to some of those events, whether it's a club event, which I really don't do clubs, but just, you know, hanging out with friends sometimes, just like, all right, we'll hit the club. Obviously, well, I won't say obviously, even the strip clubs I've gone in, and it's been more women, not counting the dancers, more women to men in the Shake Club. Yeah. Which is interesting. And then just walking around Atlanta in general. But these are some of the things I was speaking about a couple of days ago, brothers, to start taking advantage of these different events. Like, I can't wait for day parties and things like that. Because women are going to come out in the day simply because they feel safer. Yeah. It's an open social event. Yep. It's daytime, obviously in the summer, it lasts longer. We're past daylight savings and that type of thing. So take advantage of going to these different things outside of the strip club, outside of the regular club. Yeah. Go to some of these restaurants that may look higher end, because you'll be surprised when you go to some of these higher end restaurants, their prices are their prices. It's crazy because you can go to some mom and pop restaurants here in Atlanta and they're charging the same thing as a restaurant that has immaculate decor.
Yeah.
You know, it's more than just the grass on the wall with a
high-ass price and
a neon sign
Yeah.
with the restaurant's name on it that, you know, you go take pictures by and all that stuff. When you go to these real restaurants, you're also, for the men, going to get a different caliber of woman.
That's a fact.
So you got to open up you got to broaden your horizons, as they say. You got to open that up and give yourself an opportunity. I just thought that was an interesting story.
Actually, would I go if I was single? Yeah, I would have went. But I had to know about it. Like, me being in a relationship is the reason why I knew about the event. You know what I'm saying? But it was good, JC. It was good, Corey Joe. But I would say this too. Another spot that you should look into to go to meet single women is an Atlanta United game.
Really?
Yes.
Soccer?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Continue.
Yes. Yeah, it's flooded. It's flooded in there.
That is interesting. I never knew that.
You would never know that?
I would have never thought about that because I see how many women show up to the Hawks games.
Yeah.
I'm a big basketball fan, y'all know that. So I've seen it, but
now when you go to a Hawks game, what kind of women are you seeing at the Hawks game? I've never been to a Hawks game.
A mix. You'll see the ones that are obviously on the prowl for a baller. More of the ratchet chicks. You see a lot of refined chicks as well.
Yeah.
It's just a good mix because basketball is so universal. So I don't know why I didn't think about soccer with as many different nationalities that we do have here in Atlanta. And soccer is the most popular sport in the world. It's not basketball. It's not football. I know our American lifestyle would lead us to believe that, but soccer is a global, international, universal sport. Like
Facts.
I wouldn't even thought of that.
Yeah.
But putting your boy on game, relationship, man. Thank you.
Yeah. I was like, you know, this is crazy. This is crazy. Another spot that is easy, I think, in my opinion, to find single women, believe it or not, is the cigar lounge that we go to. And the reason why I say that is right next to Breakfast Boys. So if you know anything about the Breakfast Boys, it's always groups of women coming to do brunch. If you know Atlanta loves brunch.
Yes.
They love eating breakfast at high ass prices where they could just spend the same amount of money on a plate. They could feed a family of 10, but they'd rather just buy that food there. But they love brunch, and you can sit outside and just chill.
Yeah.
And you're going to have packs and packs of women walking past you.
Yeah, and what's interesting, the cigar bar that we go to, shout out to El Jefe Cigar Company in College Park, Georgia. It is right next to Breakfast Boys, like he just said, but right down the sidewalk, like 70 feet.
Yeah.
There's a wellness spot.
Yeah.
Where several women go. They do yoga there, facials, the manicures, pedicure, the whole nine. So that one strip, El Jefe is in a good spot. And
yes.
I also love that for the guys out there. So do try to frequent those spots. Look at those different things. Even if you don't smoke, you're going to meet people like LaRon. Like we met each other. We were already smokers. We knew what we were doing. But you meet some of these older heads that will bring you into cigar culture and just have great conversations. I've met several businessmen there.
Yep.
I've met politicians.
Yep.
I went to, Highland. I went to Highland Cigar Bar, which is over in Old Fourth Ward in Atlanta, and I met former mayor Kasim Reed. So he was cool. I also met, I don't know the guy, what's the brother's name? Woody, I don't know his last name, but the brother that plays Kane on Power.
Okay.
On Power Book 2. He was in there one night. What's my other show? Queen Sugar.
Yeah.
So Woody was in there with the brother that plays Hollywood. I forgot both their real names, but they were in there together. So you don't know who you're going to see. You're not going to know who you're going to meet. And that's, a little tidbit for the ladies as well. So again, you got an influx of women at the Rose event. Yeah. I wonder how many cigars were filled because it's the playoffs, and you got to just kind of learn the schedule of people. Yep. Those cigar bars are going to be packed, and you're going to meet quality people. Of course, you got to weed through and do your vetting process. Facts. There's always going to be people on some bullshit, but it's time for us to just be social, at least get together, have the conversations. Even if you don't pull nothing and take nobody home, even if you don't find that baller, ladies, it's some solid men at these cigar bars. And for the brothers, again, back to LaRon's point, go to these different events, these wine tastings, things that aren't really manly. Like, we got to get rid of some of these tropes. Now, like we were saying outside, I'm not going to say, hey, brother, I want you so secure in your masculinity that you put on a dress and some lip gloss, and we're not doing that. Not over here. Not in the house of Kofa. We're not doing that. But do broaden your horizons. I'm gonna get to some of these comments.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Mo says, "What single man is going to a Pink Rose event? If they had sense, they go to meet women." That's the point, Mo.
Yeah.
That's the point. Mo said 5 of the 10 were probably DL. Royalty came back and said more like 9 out of 10. Y'all gotta stop that, man. It's solid, straight black men out here. Everybody is not on the DL. I really want to interview. It's this one brother named Kentucky James. Mm-hmm. He was on another one of my friends' podcasts. He's gay. He'll tell you, I'm the gay in my family, and he's been back and forth between Kentucky and Atlanta for forever. So he was like, a lot of these stories that the women are saying about down low, he's like, there's not even enough like gay men. So I know there's not, he's a single gay man. He's like, there's not enough gay men out here. So I know there's not a lot of down low men, but it kind of caught wind in the 90s from, a couple of sister stories. But y'all got to give people opportunity. Just because he keep his house clean and, actually iron his clothes and might know how to wipe his ass as a grown man, don't make the brother DL.
It don't.
Let's see. Royalty says, us women would think they were DL or in a relationship. Why do y'all think like that? Why do y'all take yourselves out the game before the game even start, Royalty?
I don't know what's up with that. That's a common thing. That's definitely a common thing.
Look, Royalty and Mo are just going back and forth. Royalty also says he needed that tracking device at that festival. She thought you were going to slide off on your girl, man.
Nah.
Ron ain't even built like that. Real rap Ron is a good man.
I'm a good man. Wholesome man. I'm a lion. Like Kofa last live stream. I'm a lion. I know my species. And I'm not trying to be a tiger. You know what I mean? So I know my species.
Look, and then Mo comes back and says, then when they do go, they stand on the sidelines staring. Because guess what? What Royalty said, some of the women are off-putting.
Oh, I was staring.
So, yeah, I mean, you had your girl with you, man. You stop my girl. You had your girl, but I think she's speaking about a lot of the single guys that go. So, brothers, shoot your shot. The worst she can tell you is no.
Yeah.
That's the worst that can happen. Even in this era of Me Too and everybody has been, harassed, so to speak, man, just have a conversation. It's so many cool sisters out here, man.
Is this better for you with the chat?
What's that?
See how I blew it up? So it's on both channels.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, because I couldn't read it. There we go.
Yeah, I just didn't want you to cover up your screen.
Nah, whatever. It is what it is. As long as it's still going, we good.
Yeah.
All right, so
Antonio, let me shout out my old sergeant, Antonio Ragland, brother. I appreciate you stopping in. Corey Joe in this thing, as always, brother. I appreciate you. Salute to you. Corey, I think you might have hopped in late, brother. I don't have my soundboard, so you already get he's hotter than fish grease. You already know that. Same thing with you, Antonio.
I ain't gonna lie, man. You doing the soundboards, like verbally, it's not the same as the soundboard sound.
I know. I'm doing the best I can. We got to figure that out because this is the second live we've done together.
Yeah,
and we didn't have the soundboard, so we got to figure that out. We might have to connect it to yours, and then we'll figure it out. Mm-hmm. We'll figure it out on the back end.
Instead of smoking cigars, we could have been figuring this out.
Yeah, man. Look, we had to relax. Look, he worked today. I worked today. We decided yesterday that we were going to do this today. So kind of last minute, but it's fun. Good information. Like I say, it's info-edu-tainment. Shout out to Big Boy from Outkast. Shout out to Chuck D from Public Enemy, who created the term edutainment, and then Big Boy took it, and that was my era of hip hop. So that's where I got it from, and I just added the info part on it. Again, brothers.
I like this comment right here. Sean said, "Women have to be realistic about dating. The ultimate have everything man would have you alone and frustrated."
Yeah. There's no such thing, man. I always give the analogy of Superman and Lois Lane. Lois didn't like Clark Kent, the guy that she worked with the glasses.
Yeah.
But he ran up in that phone booth somehow with glass, and nobody ever saw him change clothes. But then he came out Superman, and that's who Lois Lane fell in love with. Everybody ain't gonna be able to run fast and do everything else, but Clark was a solid dude.
Like that. That's a common story. We got Peter Parker and Spider-Man. We got Stefan Urkel and Steve Urkel. You know what I'm saying? It's always the same thing. Yo, we want to get into this again? Because we've been going for a minute and we didn't even touch on what the thumbnail's about, nothing like that. Like,
no, I think we did. I think we did. That was the whole purpose of that's why I wanted you to tell that story of going, like, just brothers broadening their horizons to go to these different types of events. But like Royalty said, sisters, y'all got to get out of some of that headspace of what he doing here. So you done spend all this money to look good for a woman that you don't want if you don't rock that way. You're not a lesbian. You're not bisexual. So you're spending all this money, and guess what? Some of y'all gonna have to start shooting your shot.
Yeah.
You see a good looking brother, you don't know what he about. Shoot your shot. Y'all in this woman's empowerment phase, so why not shoot your shot?
Yeah.
I know y'all want traditionalism, but guess what? So do we. But we're gonna have to find some gray area that everybody can operate in and keep this thing rolling.
Yeah. So the title is what? Manhood Made Easy.
Yeah.
Kofa chose the title. I don't think it's made easy at all. I don't think no hood is made easy. Not no neighborhood, not no childhood, not no manhood. So why is it made easy?
Well, first of all, I didn't choose the title. AI did. So I was playing with different words, and that's what it came back. Actually came back with masculinity made easy. And I shortened it down to manhood because it wouldn't fit on the thumbnail when I was typing it up.
Okay.
So what makes it easy for me, again, brothers, all seriousness, simplify your game. Whatever your particular game is, whether you are a lion, whether you are a tiger, and we'll hear from Kevin what it boils down to is taking care of your business.
Yeah.
Making sure you have, something going for yourself, whether it's a job, whatever job that is, whether it's a bus driver, sanitation worker, construction. Those are the guys I go to. I always say, hey, there's a good ass man named Tony hanging off the back of a trash truck.
Yeah.
He may have to take off his clothes before he comes in the house after work and leave him in the garage, but he's still a solid dude. So as a man, you got to understand, you may not be quote unquote high value, but be a man of value. You're not going to be able to get to that high level status if you're not already a man of value. You got to have character and integrity and those type of things. So that's why I think it's made easy. I had to take a step back, and I gave a story for those that may not have heard it. But Michael Jordan, during that second run, he was scoring 32 points a game. Nobody could figure out, like, oh my God, how can they stop this guy? It was years later, of course, after he got his ring, he gave up the secret. Hey, I'm Michael Jordan. 32, there's 4 quarters of basketball, 32 points a game, right? So I'm scoring 8 points every quarter.
Yeah.
Half of those points are coming from free throws. So 16 of his 32 points are coming from the free throw line. Those that know basketball, the clock is stopped, you get a free shot.
Yep.
So that's where half his points came from. And the other points is just him believing in himself and his skill level. Again, men, believe in your skill level. You're telling me I can't make 2 shots a game? 2 shots a quarter?
Yeah.
Because that equals 4 points. I get the other 4 points from the free throw line. That's my 8 points in one quarter. I repeat the same thing in the second quarter.
Yeah.
Third, fourth quarter, by the end of the game, everybody's amazed I had such a great night. It's 32 points. But what I'm saying is you want to look at your end goal, and what we call in the Army, you start doing some backwards planning. Okay, this is the goal. This is what I'm trying to achieve.
Yeah.
What are going to be those little things that get me there? And it's going to take time. It's not going to be overnight. You're going to have adversity. You're going to fall.
Yeah.
But that's why I think manhood is made easy, because we put so much, and I say it all the time, you can attach anything negative to a black man. A man, period, but we're 2 black men, so black men specifically. But when you're looking at it from that angle, of course you're always going to be kind of in a self-loathing, woe is me type of mindset. You're clouded. You're not making good choices. You're making emotional choices. But you can look at your end goal and start dialing it back to the point where you are, and then work forward until you get to that goal.
Yeah, facts.
So why do you think it's not easy?
No, it is easy.
Or is it just the hood content? Oh, yeah.
No, it is easy because, like you said, once you understand who you are, especially at the age You know what I'm saying? You've been 40 for a minute. I'm about to turn 40. How long you been? 41, right?
Yeah, I'm 41.
Yeah, so you're 41. Like, once you get to the age of knowing who you are and not caring about certain things, you're okay now. You can just move and maneuver a little easier to me. And I see that Bo said, let it die. I think she was talking about the garbage man comment. I don't think, Bo, that comment is going to be on, what's my name? Uncle Murder Hip Hop.
The end of the year wrap up?
Yeah, end of the year wrap up, yeah.
Yes.
Definitely going to be on that.
It definitely is.
Which video you want to go with first with the Kevin Samuels? I'm going to see. I'm trying to pull this up. I don't have like no soundboard here either because I'm at Kofa's house.
Let's go with the first one. The first one I sent you. Not the. We'll do the TI after.
Let's see. All right. That's the one you want to play, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get to these comments while you look that up.
Okay.
So Rochi said, that's true, but I'm not giving you 98.89%. That's an odd number, y'all. When you're giving me 17% and act like you're too manly to open up.
Young men to do this. Keep your head down and eat crap until you're 30. Get out there, fail, try some things.
Yeah, so like I said, you know how usually my live stream got the little overlays and all that? We ain't on that type of time right now. We on just basic pop-up videos. We're going to have Kofa and I in the corner right here. Maybe I can make this a little bigger. Nope, I could just move it.
Either or.
Yeah, there we go.
Let me wrap up with these comments.
Go ahead.
Mo says, shooting shots isn't emasculating. No, it's not for a lot of men. So the emasculating thing comes in when you're talking about marriage. Because then you're going through a process of getting down on one knee, asking a man to marry you.
Yeah.
Like that's emasculating. And if a woman is in that position, just like I would tell either of my daughters, any three of my sisters, they're all, married, but that's not the move you want to make. If you have to do that with a man, that's probably not the guy for you.
No.
He's probably been stringing you along, making you these empty promises.
Yep.
Again, like Royce just said, he's giving you that 17%. So I wouldn't advise any woman of that. But when you're in a social setting, it's social. Again, something Kevin Samuel, we don't have one of those videos. I'll probably review it on mine. But smiling at a man, because it's inviting. And let me give everybody some advice, but especially the men. Everybody smiles in the same language.
Yeah.
This is why you get passport bros. It's not just about the women. You go to these different countries and the people in general are so peaceful.
Yeah.
One of my friends just went to Colombia, and it was a certain area in Medellin where they went. There was like the oldest neighborhood in Medellin. Like pretty much all the old people had died. But this one old lady, she was in her 90s, no cane, none of that. He was like, bro, I had to take a picture with her. I was like, man, who is this old lady? Because he was showing the jet skis and the stuff like that. And, when they had went to the club. But I was like, man, who is this old lady? He was like, man, she's like one of the oldest people still left in that neighborhood. And that neighborhood is what started the city of Medellin. And she's still here. Like, she's seen so much. Didn't, of course, the language barrier. He's speaking English, she's speaking Spanish. But he was like, man, she was so sweet and inviting. I forgot which little trinkets she may have been selling. Yeah. But different things like that. So bringing it back to Mo's comment about, shooting a woman shooting her shot being emasculating, it's not. Now you're gonna find those guys that are hardcore, beat my chest, alpha male, like what you doing talking. But more often than not,
the He-Mans.
And work, the He-Mans. I like that. But more often than not, some guys that kind of seem standoffish, we're really caught off guard. Especially in our community, a lot of times we're not used to black women simply being nice to us. We've been told for so long that we weren't shit, and many of us, myself included, have tried to overprove that I'm a man of value, that I'm worth something, that when we do get it in return mode, it catches them off guard. So you may find a guy that's like, he may stutter, he may sit there with a silly ass schoolboy grin on like, oh shit, she gave me a Valentine, like what do I do? Like, because some guys are taken off guard by that. Yeah. Let me get to some of these other comments. I hope I answered your question, Mo.
Right here. I don't know if you can see the comments on mine or no. Let me blow it up real
my
quick.
eyes bad, man. I'm 41.
I know. Yeah. See, every time I blow it up, it just goes to the top.
Yeah.
All right, right here. You said it's hard that people have conversation. See what Sean said?
Sean says it's hard for people to just have conversations. It's always been easy for me to carry a conversation of substance. I have to find out where your head is at before I can go further. And that's simple as it is, Sean. It really is. It's just a conversation. Yeah. I didn't know LaRon. We just end up talking about cigars and YouTube. If you're at a rosé event, ladies, you can approach the brother like, hey, how you doing? I see you just standing over here. You act like you shy. Do you drink? This is your first time coming here? Did you come to the one last year? Apparently they do them every year.
Yeah.
Since I gotta wait 365 days.
You got them in Miami. Got them in New York.
For an invite from my homeboy to let me know.
I found another event for Kofa to go to that's highly saturated.
Apparently
with black women.
Apparently they do them every year. So just little conversations like that and just see where it goes.
Yeah.
You might end up talking to that dude the rest of the day. It might be like, oh, girl, he about half slow. He remedial as fuck. No, and you float back over there with your homegirls.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta get back to the video?
Yeah, let's go ahead and rock the video and see what Kevin has to say.
All right.
I would tell more young men to do this. Keep your head down and eat crap until you're 30. Get out there, fail, try some things. Spend about 5 to 10% of your time dating, all that other kind of stuff. I don't expect you to be a monk. Relationships, love and all that stuff, it may not sound nice, will come later. You really need to know if you can work with this person long term because we're messy, complex people, and we have to have a higher tolerance for failure. Not that men don't want to be with women, they just don't want to lose it all. I would tell more young men to do.
There we go.
Yeah. So what do you think about
that? I wish I would have known that or had that mindset in my 20s instead of living the way I was living. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
How were you living?
Man, go back to us. So I was like, when I was in my 20s, I was with a woman, right? We was dating seriously. And this, cause what he said is kind of like going to piggyback what I was told. I was working on cars at the time. Mm-hmm. And this guy was like, you know, we had a conversation after I worked on this car. He's like, yeah, you're pretty smart, man. You going to school for something? I said, no, not right now. My girl's going to school. He said, man, fuck her. Right? I said, what? Like, you talking about my girl like that? He said, fuck her. And I said, why you say that for? He said, because you're not going to be with her long term. And it's better for you to work on yourself, to be better for yourself, instead of waiting for her to get her shit together. And he said, I'm like, man, this guy bugging, man. This old white dude don't know what he's talking about. But it's kind of like the same thing Kevin Samuel just said, like, build yourself up first before you want to take on somebody. And I wish I would have did that long term. I wish I would have did that. And every time I think about that, it's so many different ways I could have built myself up. Now, fast forward to me being in my early 30s. I'm in the car industry, like, you know, electronics with the car. So, like, anything you could think of that could be wired into a car, I could probably figure out a way to wire into it. I know how to hot wire a car if I need to if I'm in the jam.
You're from New York, of course. Of course.
I know how to.
You either rap, play ball, or go ahead.
Hot wire cars. So I was like, all right, I need to get out this industry. I see that it's dying. I see that there's no money to be made. I'm in my young 30s. I don't want to live in an industry like this no more. I see that the people that is older, like in their 50s in the industry, they kind of like floating around lost because this is the only trade they really know. And it's like, I guess they feel like it's too late for them to learn. So back, you know, I was riding bicycles back then, and I was with my boy Ghazi. Shout out to Ghazi. And I was like, yo, you work from home. What do you do working from home? And he said he does something with, like, what's it called? Where you help people out over the internet, over the phone?
Like the help desk?
Not help. Tech support. He said he does tech support.
Okay. At the help desk.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, that's cool. You do tech support. But then he was like, if you want to get into the industry of working on like computers and stuff like that, you could take this course out in Virginia. I'm like, okay. Like, I had some time, I had some extra money. Like, you know, me being from New York, I was working off the books and I was getting unemployment. You know how you scamming in New York. So I had that going for myself. And I was like, all right, I got some extra play money and I'm able to take this course. But when I took that course, at the time, my ex-fiance was mad about me taking that course. And she was like, why are you doing this for? And I'm like, I'm trying to better myself. And that goes back to that guy that was telling me, yo, fuck her, do what you gotta do. Yeah. And I thought about that guy and I said, I ain't really said like verbally, fuck her. I'm doing what I gotta do, but the motion I made was, fuck her. I'm gonna do what I have to do.
Yeah.
And now, lo and behold, I'm here in Atlanta, and what I learned in that course in Virginia, and what I learned from doing cars, I'm able to find a job that I can merge into.
Yeah.
With my automotive knowledge and now my technology knowledge, for me to find a job that I can merge it to. And I got a great job, paying well, you know what I'm saying? I work from home, I get to travel with the job, and I got a lot of great benefits with the job. I'm like, damn, if I would have not listened to what that guy said again, I don't know where I would be at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's I have somewhat of a similar story with that, because I kind of got my niche a little bit early, but I think I was telling you and Lex one time how many jobs I have, and you were like, damn, Kofa, another, like.
No, she was saying that because I had a lot of jobs too.
Yeah, I was just going, but that's what she was saying. She was like, damn, I thought he had a lot of jobs.
Yeah.
I was like, and then I did, and after that, yeah, I tell people all the time, I done lived the whole Forrest Gump lifestyle, like shrimp boat captain, military, all that stuff. So, and now I'm here on YouTube running my own business, but I did similar. I was working on bank trucks. That didn't work out. The chick I was with at the time, because I started off kind of early, because I did have a daughter when I was 21, 22.
Me too.
She was born in January. I was still 21. February, I turned 22. So I had her like 8 months before I graduated college. So I came out with this degree thinking, okay, the world is mine. The stuff that they pushed on us about going to school, getting better. So that was kind of my pushback against some of what Ebony K. Williams was saying. But anyways, I'm gonna let it die, Mo. But I came out with this degree. I didn't have any experience. So that goes to what Kevin was saying. You're gonna have to work, man, to get the experience, because I didn't get great jobs. I ended up working for the state of Georgia. That lasted a little bit. I left there. And then I was kind of backtracking. I ended up working at the mall. I was like an assistant store manager to those that may remember Underground Station. I haven't seen one in a while, a shoe store. I was on some Al Bundy shit.
Yeah.
I was selling shoes. That I did that for like maybe 6, 8 months. That's when I got with the major company at the time. It was Loomis Fargo.
Okay.
I was working bank trucks. I liked it. But then it got, mundane. It was like, where's the upward mobility?
Yeah.
So I ended up leaving there, moving back to Montgomery, trying to take care of my daughter. Then her mom moved. This goes back to what Kevin said. Stop focusing on the women so much is basically what he was saying. You're going to have to put in the work. So that's when I joined the Army, because they moved out. The whole reason I moved back to Alabama was to be with my daughter. Her mom brought her up here to Atlanta. I was like, well, what the hell? Now I'm sitting here in Montgomery, Alabama. Anybody that knows, there's nothing really for real going on there. So I joined the Army. Came back home after basic training, my training and all that, and then I moved to Atlanta. And that's when things started to progress. I was able to get into the federal government system, did active duty for like 2 years, because I'm a reservist, so I was able to get on active duty orders. So that's why anybody listening like, oh, there's no such thing as 2 years of active duty, because usually the contracts are 3 to 4 years. I know what I'm talking about. So I was a reservist, so I did 2 years active duty, ended up bridging off of that into the federal government as a civilian, the job I do now. And just skilling, again, like I talk about, skilling and scaling up, learning different things and just progressing upward. And again, man, the uphill is the way. You're going forward and up at the same time. That's why it looks so hard. But again, manhood made easy. The hard way is the way.
Yes.
Lose the term loosely, because you're going forward and you're going up. And now I'm almost at the point where I'm at the top of that mountain. I can plant my flag, as I said a couple of days ago, and I got a whole different view of things. So when you put in that work, like Kevin was saying, the 60 hours a week, the just keeping your head down, taking all this bullshit, because you are, all intents and purposes, you're still a fucking child.
Yeah.
I broke this down the other day on my live. The first 18 years of your life belong to your parents, the school. Then the next 18 years, by that time passes, you're in your mid-30s. You've made your mistakes as an adult in your 20s when you don't know shit. Spend the first latter part of your 20s, early part of your 30s correcting those mistakes. Like you said, you went back to that when you were trying to better yourself. You went back to that conversation you had With that white dude years ago, it was like, oh no, this is the path I'm gonna stay on this time.
Yep.
So by the time you hit that spot, man, you are not behind, bro. You're not. You're on time. You're really not gonna start hitting your stride, hitting it until you're 35.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get in a flow until you're probably in your mid 40s.
Yeah. I
think men's maximum earning potential is at like 55. Mm-hmm. But to pivot over to something else, like the stats I showed from blackdemographics.com, black men, our numbers for life expectancy has dramatically dropped. In 2021, the numbers they're using now, because of obviously they're still crunching numbers from 22 and 23 isn't done. But the last numbers, the most relevant numbers from 2021, black men's life expectancy is 66 years old now. So think about what I just said. You're hitting your stride at 35. You're in your rhythm at 45. Your maximum potential is 55. Retirement age is what, 60, 62 in this country?
Yeah.
Then you're supposed to be in the ground at 66. I don't adhere to that, but unfortunately, due to COVID, cancer, those different type of things, we are seeing men dying earlier.
Men not getting checked out.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Yeah.
It's big. Go to the doctor, bro.
Yeah.
Tell you this, and I'm going to throw it back to you. I was talking with a brother. If you're doing this work that Kevin said, you're working these 60 hours, even when you get in your striding, now you're straight banker's hours, 9 to 5, you got your job, you got your stride. They're taking money out of your check. It's not just taxes. You're paying into insurance.
Facts.
You pay insurance every month.
Yep.
Why are you only going to the doctor once a year? If that. I know people that don't go to the doctor, men and women, but focusing on the men, until they're sick.
Yeah.
And then by the time you think something's wrong, then you find out you have the cancer. When they could have caught it earlier in the year. Mm-hmm. Go to the doctor once a quarter. Every 3 to 4 months. There's 12 months in a year. Go every 3 to 4 months. Just cause. Get your blood pressure checked again. Get all that. I told y'all the story when I was in my 20s stressing out. My blood pressure was high as hell. I don't know if you caught that video I did. I didn't hear, I didn't have insurance at the time. Because again, I'm doing all these different jobs, trying to figure it out, be a father. I went to the free clinic and the lady checked my blood pressure. You know, I went for a checkup. I've been big on that because my parents always made sure we consistently went to the doctor. Yeah. So that's something I did keep in my early adult life. Mm-hmm. But I went to the free clinic, doing my checkups. I'm sitting in there waiting on the doctor to come in. He comes in, okay, this, that going on, and then he leaves. Like 10 minutes later, the nurse comes in. And she just stops and she looks at me and she asks me, you know, is your name up? I'm like, yes, ma'am. She, okay, did you drive today? Yeah, I drove. I need your car keys. I'm like, my car keys? She was like, sir, according to your blood pressure, you're dead.
Damn.
And then she showed me the numbers. I can't even remember what they were. They were off the charts. I think what your blood pressure be, 120 over 80 or some shit.
Something like that.
My shit was in the 200s.
Damn.
Like, she looked at me and she literally said that. I never forgot it. According to your blood pressure, you're dead. I can't let you leave. I didn't argue with her. I gave her my car keys. She gave me like an aspirin or something to try to bring it down. She's like, I'll be back in like 15 minutes to see if it kicked in, whatever. Yeah. And then I'll give you your car keys. She came back like 30 minutes later. She's like, okay, let's do this again. It got down just low enough. It was still high as hell. But it got down just low enough that she gave me my car keys back. It was like, you got to start taking better care of yourself. And shortly after that is when I joined the Army and, of course, had to lose weight and get ready for basic training and things like that. And kind of rolled from there.
Damn.
So, again, make it easy on yourself, bro.
Yeah.
Simplify your game.
Yeah.
Part of that is your health. Going to the doctor. I ain't on this man level yet. I haven't given up my salmon and my lamb chops. I still eat meat. But I'm getting there, slowly but surely.
Gave up pork, though.
Yeah, I did. Give up. I don't dine on swine.
Yeah.
No pork on my fork. My bad, brother.
Yeah, you was cooking, man. You know I ain't going to interrupt the cook. You want to go back to the next video? So the next one is... Let
me look at these comments. We got any other comments came in?
Jason Williams came in. Shout out to Jason Williams.
What's going on, Jason?
What is it, Delisha? Yeah, I think it's Delisha. Oh, let me see. Yeah, Delisha. She also came in too.
Okay. What's going on, sis?
All right. I guess we go to this next one, right? You're gonna give me 2 videos, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to drag this one here, and we're going to try to make something happen first because
this is expeditiously.
All right, we want to do the sound because of copyright situations, or try to maybe cover it up somehow, some way,
or expand our.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that. Okay, trying to like put us over it so we ain't got to worry about YouTubing.
Yeah. Shout out to Theo Coop, man. I did not realize. Did you see his live the other day?
No, you told me about it.
Yeah. So shout out to Theo Coop, Do Better Squad. The brother was on his live yesterday. I mean, Saturday, I believe. And he had a video of Andrew Tate. Mm-hmm. Fair use, no copyright. This is what Andrew Tate recorded when he first got released from jail. YouTube hates Andrew Tate. They shut his live down 3 times. He played the Shannon Sharpe and Steve Harvey interview. Nothing. No problem. As soon as he played Andrew Tate, it got about 3-4 minutes in. Boom. Live ended.
Damn.
He thought it glitched. He was like, oh man, it must have been the Steve Harvey interview. I'll circle back, and try to fix that, after the show. Starts playing the Andrew Tate again from where he left off. Boom, goes dead again. Comes back a third time. Was like, I know good and damn well this is fair use. This can't be it. And played it a third time. He was like, if we end now, then I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Sure enough, that shit ended.
Mo said good. I guess Mo don't like Andrew Tate.
Why are you hating on Andrew?
Andrew's cool. He's cool. I don't know. I'm not that.
Y'all mad at Top G?
That's he call himself?
That yeah.
You ready for this one?
Yeah, let's go ahead to the video.
And let me know if you hear it in the comments, guys.
Okay, how much does a man need to make to support you, a middle class lifestyle, and 2 to 3 kids? And like it or not, that's a very actuarial thing. It's boom, boom, boom. You say, well, then how many men is that? How many men fall into this 6 figures that's been with us since 1985? Less than 200,000 black men fall into this category for 7.5 million black women. But
what
they
you
all
say,
want
less than 200,000?
Yes, if you adjust for income.
It's less than 2, not including drug dealers and scammers.
No,
I'm sure now.
You're talking about approximate. Okay, 20 million black men, 20 million black women.
Mm-hmm.
You want a man making 6 figures or more. All right, that's 8% of black men. That automatically drops his 20 million to 1.6. If you adjust 1.6 for marrying age, 18 and above, let's just give you half. That means this 1.6 is 800,000. Then you still have to adjust for.
People
marital status
and sexual orientation.
Yeah,
I mean.
So even if you just the most liberal associations, half of a half, you're gonna have 200,000 plus or minus. But the point is, you go to black women and say, what do you want? Or women, period, because most women want this, but sisters more than anything else have a different mating calculus than most women. Assortative mating. Black women, according to the data, statistics, Match.com. Right. See, online dating is giving us a lot of information. Black women rate looks higher than any other group.
Black women rate looks higher.
Looks and height.
Looks and height.
Looks and height, man. So and your money. Show last night had a woman. You'd be amazed at how many women would not be willing to accept men who are blue collar, even if they made more money.
What?
Brother, this goes deep. So
is it about the money or is it about the look?
It's about how her friends will perceive her man.
It's about how her friends will perceive her man.
It all comes back home.
Ladies, say this shit ain't so.
Say it ain't so.
Somebody come in here and say this shit ain't so. So ladies, please.
All right, ladies, is that so? Please say it ain't so. That's crazy.
Look, Mo says, yes, Kendra G show is an example. Look, I don't even watch Kendra G's content like that unless I'm getting ready to react. I think I reacted to one video. I usually catch this stuff on Theo, but I'm gonna have to start reacting to some of those videos because those are the things I talk about on my channel. Again, I talk about women, I'm talking to men, but these are the regular, average, day-to-day women that we see. And these women do have good jobs. Some of them are ratchet as hell, got multiple kids from multiple men. Loud, obnoxious, all that stuff, all the negative traits we can assign through, caricature of a black woman that I don't like either, but I can't argue with it because we see it all the time and we see it in real time. Whereas Kevin had professional women, this is where he blew up with the Average at Best video. I believe that sister was making like upwards of $200,000 a year, but she was a 5. Yeah. It's okay. I've dated 5. I've dated 6. I done had a couple of 8s. Is what it is. What is your character like? So when it comes down to what Kevin just said, brothers, again, pivoting to the men, the women gonna do what they gonna do. Yeah. What are you doing as a man? There's one comment that Royalty dropped in. Let me go back to. She said, "Who cares about high value? I'll grow with you, but you have to be of value." Yeah, like I said before, be a man. Show me you can lead.
Yeah.
And that's big, fellas, but also for the ladies, because there's a give and a take. You got to give him that space. And when I use the word give and let, I mean without distraction, without disruption. If you know he's on a solid path, because a lot of times there are brothers that can lead, and this isn't for Royalty. Don't know your situation, battle buddy, but it's a lot of times that brothers can lead and the sisters just won't follow because she doesn't like that particular direction. Again, as men, we're hardwired to fix things. So when it looks a little bit too tough for the women, the men are full charge, and hell, he gonna take all them damn bullets. You and the children are protected. Y'all are good.
Yeah.
And we as men know that, hey, if I'm the protector, the provider and all that, or that's the level I'm trying to get to, I'm not gonna allow anything to happen to my woman, because psychologically, as a man, not an adult male, as a man, I'm gonna question myself about my manhood. What kind of man am I? XYZ. When I would meet women's parents or something like that, when I was, younger and really dating and trying to figure this thing out, but I would meet the mom, the dad, or whatever, and they, hey, take care of my baby. And I would look them in the face with all seriousness and simply tell them, if anything happened to her, it happened to me first. That simple.
Yeah.
If shit went totally left like that, that means I didn't make it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to allow something to happen to you in my presence, whether it's a woman I know or don't know. Now, I've kind of massaged that for the women I don't know, because I do have women in my family, particularly my daughters, that I have to stay here for. It's really that simple when it boils down to it. But there are women that Kevin was just speaking about that won't date an average blue-collar guy. That's why it's hard to let Ebony K's comments die, Mo, because it's not about her. Like I said on my live last night, it's not about what she said. It's not about her. These are the average day-to-day chicks. We know she's an attorney. Was
an attorney.
Yeah. Well, she still has her license.
I thought she paid for like some type of renewal type of thing.
She didn't.
No.
She may have let it lapse. I don't know why. But in my field of profession as a paralegal, once you're an attorney, you're an attorney. Unless you done got some type of ABA, the American Bar Association, some type of strike, and they had to take your license, that's totally different than you letting it lapse and moving on to something else.
Okay, yeah.
Which I wouldn't suggest anybody thinking about going to law, don't let your license lapse. There's always something you can maneuver as an attorney.
Yeah.
You may not have to do criminal and be doing these commercials for car accidents and stuff like that. You can go and be a corporate attorney. Just look at books. You can do the boring stuff and make a good living. Yeah. Anyway, back on topic. But as prior attorney, but she's on TV, she's popular, she's famous, so to speak. But again, there's a chick that's a bank teller that thinks she's Ebony K. That has that same mindset and won't deal with a brother that is a blue collar worker that'll move mountains for her, and sometimes her and her children if she has it, with that little job that we hear sisters say a lot of times. But that's my comments. I'll pivot to you.
I don't know why titles mean so much and why titles hold so much weight. It's very weird to me. Like, we haven't even had this type of discussion when we first met, but a lot of times when you meet somebody, they always say, "What you do for a living?" And I try to symbolize what I do for a living. I say I'm a hardware engineer. I just leave it at that, right? Even though I can get my title like, "Oh, I'm a senior analyst," something like my title's crazy. What's good, D-Maze? My title's crazy, but I don't have to tell my title. I don't like telling my title because I think once I tell my title to you, that's your level of how much you respect me. And it's like the same thing with dating women. I think when women have that title or have that mindset, they wanted something to brag about. Like, hey, my man does such and such. So if you're like, oh, my man's a garbage, like say sanitation, that's not something to brag about. Or say, oh, my man's a mechanic. She might have to jazz it up. Oh, he's not a mechanic, he's an auto technician. So you're trying to jazz up your title more just to sound better. And it's like, it's very useless to me. And it's just, I don't care for it. I really don't care for it. And what he's saying is right. It's like, for whatever reason, women have that type of mindset. And when you said, you talk about Kendra G, and I say what Mo said in the comments, like, oh, every woman on there want a guy that's 6 feet and making $150K. Here's the thing. If you're 6 feet and you're making $150K, or you're making $150K at all, you're not looking for women in Kendra G live streams. You're not even in the same space that you need to be in to get this man.
You gotta go to the Rose event.
It's not even that. You have to go to like sophisticated events where these men are at.
Yeah.
You have to go to the right spots where these men are at. You can't just be saying that's what I want on somebody's live stream, and so you can just be made a fool of yourself. Because a man that's making that much money have a lot more options, and they're not going to find a woman on Instagram Live. It's just not. It's impossible.
It's not gonna happen. I wanted to get over to some of these comments. Like you said, Mo said the 6 foot, 6 figures thing. I say it all the time. 6 foot, 6 figures, 6 pack, 666. And y'all wonder why these men are taking you through hell. Because what I have to put out.
Wait. Nah, chill. Because if I flex right, I got a 6-pack. I'm 6 foot even, and I make 6 figures. So don't put me in that category.
I'm just saying, for those women that want that guy,
you
have to understand there's other women that want that guy.
Oh yeah.
Everybody isn't gonna be a LeBron.
Yeah.
Everybody isn't gonna be loyal.
Yeah.
So when women are throwing themselves at certain men, they're gonna jump.
Yeah.
So again, that comes down to sometimes Mo shooting your shot, understanding this man's caliber, and it all starts from a conversation. Then you go and figure out what type of upbringing this person had.
Mm-hmm.
What they do for work. Like myself as a paralegal, I'm not running the streets. I can't get in trouble like that because they're my job goes. I lose all types of integrity. Say what?
Well, like I said, what did I walk into? Lex, we was give you all the praises in the world in the beginning of this live stream. Everybody was saying how you're such a good woman. So that's what you walked into the different part of it.
Facts. We did. We shouted you out.
I was telling everybody, Lex, how you gonna fly me out. I'm getting flued out.
For his birthday.
For my birthday, yeah. And everybody say, oh, Lex is a good woman. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They love you, Lex. You get a lot of love on the live earlier, but now that you walked into something different.
Yeah, let me get down. Oh, I scrolled up a little bit too far.
And Lex, I know last time you said, because Kofa and I both stream at the same time, and I remember last time you said you want to go on Kofa live stream because you want him to get the watch hours. So
come on, slide over, Lex. come on, sis. You can give me them watch hours and a like, because he getting flued out. I'm not getting flued out.
Oh, Lex, another thing too. Kofa said he's upset that I didn't. Oh, it's all good. Kofa said that he was upset that he didn't get an invite to the Rose event.
Real talk. I heard how many single women were out there floating around, Lex. I'm gonna need y'all to do a little bit better next time. LeBron said I gotta wait till next year. So
no, Lex is gonna find another event and we're gonna invite you to, because she be having these events in the back pocket. She follows those type of pages where these events are.
Okay.
Yeah. So
cool. Yeah. Just don't forget about your boy.
I got you.
But right now, Lex, I need you to go on, slide over to the page, hit the like button for me, stick around a couple of minutes, help me run up this algorithm. Let's get to the comments. Jason says, if a relationship is between two people, what does it matter what someone else thinks as long as they are doing right by each other? Mo says exactly. That's also my sentiment, Jason. Exactly. You have to find what works for you. That's something that my granddad shared with me years ago. Again, in my 20s when I'm trying to figure stuff out. Mm-hmm. Find what works for you.
Yes.
He told me not me, not your parents, nobody else. You have to find your rhythm in life. You know the difference between right and wrong and what not to do. So you're going to find your rhythm in life, and it may not be what it seems like a lot of your other friends are doing. Because it seemed like a lot of my friends were running because they were constantly working.
Yeah.
I was in school for 4 years. We came out kind of on the same level. I'm having to take, almost any type of job type of thing because I didn't have the experience. I sat in some interviews and it was like, oh, I see you recently just graduated. Congratulations. Do you have any experience? What can I tell them? No, I've been in school 4 years.
Yeah.
So I didn't get a lot of jobs because I lacked the experience. And because I kept my nose to the grindstone and kept working, I started separating between me and a lot of my friends. It's others that did, kind of, I best, hate to say it, but keep up. But I know I have friends right now that are damn near still doing the same thing we was doing when we all graduated high school.
Damn.
And we're in our early 40s.
Yeah.
Slide back over to the
I got the
comments.
Same thing too. I know some of the same people just same thing, do the same thing. I was like, damn, man.
I wanted to hit this one. Mo says, men do it too, hence the term trophy wife. Mo, you are 100% correct, sis. However, and this is where I tell men, I'm agreeing with you, but this is where I tell men, this whole argument about who is the prize, stop. I'm going to break down, I'm going to give you a Kofa-ism real quick. Again, basketball analogy. You've worked all season. What's the goal of them to at the end of the season for a basketball team is to do what?
Get a championship.
Get a what?
Get a chip.
What?
Get a ring.
Get a ring. Marriage, right?
Yeah.
Trophy wife, we're sticking with that. You want that championship. You want to get married. Men, I'm talking to the men. You want a ring. But think about it like this. What happens when you win a championship? How do they celebrate? Just throw some stuff out there.
Champagne.
Okay.
Parade.
Okay.
Disneyland.
Champagne, party, Disneyland, parade.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a wedding?
It does.
What do you do when you get married? Champagne,
Yeah.
party,
Yeah.
the reception,
Yeah.
all you get all that, right?
Yeah.
After they win a championship, what do they do with the championship trophy?
They kind of put it up. Well, I can say
What do they do with the championship trophy?
they parade around with it.
After the honeymoon phase, after all that wore off,
Oh, they go back to work.
what do they do with the championship trophy?
You gotta tell me, I don't know.
They put it on the shelf. You said it
Yeah,
right the
yeah,
first
yeah.
time. They put it up.
Yes.
And that particular trophy that they won, the prize is now gathering dust.
Yeah.
What's the goal the next season after they win?
Keep it going. Do it again.
Go back and get another what?
Trophy.
Another trophy,
Yes.
another prize. Men, stop telling yourself that you're the prize. I wouldn't suggest women saying they're the prize, the whole trophy wife thing that Mo just mentioned. Do you want to sit on the shelf? After the honeymoon phase is over, are you just trying to sit on the shelf?
No.
We're going to have to find a different word. That's a Kofa-ism.
Yes.
Stop, men specifically, I wouldn't advise women either, but men, stop calling yourself the prize. I don't want to be put on the shelf. That's just me. But when you do the comparison, when I sat there and I thought about that analogy some months, last year, people were like, oh, men are the prize. Oh, no, women are the prize. And this, that, and the third. And going back and forth. I don't want to be a prize. You worked so hard. Think about it. You worked all season to get this trophy.
Yeah.
You've lost some friends, injuries, because of what your goal is, right?
Yep.
And you see that. Some of your friends, because of how you and Lex are rocking, they know they're not going to rock with you a certain way because they know they on some single man lying extra type of bullshit.
Yeah.
And they may love you enough to not bring it to you. Yeah. But they may not rock with you because, oh man, he over there with his girl, man, she got him all locked, that type of thing. So the same thing with basketball. You so hyper focused on this goal. Yeah. And then you get the goal, and then the trophy just sits there and collects dust. And then you're supposed to go out there and get what? Another trophy, another man, or another woman. The prize. Yep. You don't want to be that trophy wife, sis. You don't want to be the prize. You want to be a wife. Because the wives I know, the relationships that I know, where it's a husband and a wife, they're doing their duties. Not a married man, not a married woman. A husband and a wife. They living like kings and queens. Yeah. Because it works and it's rolling. Yep. But again, that's another Kofa-ism. Y'all can take that, run with it.
First, I want to say what up to Smoking Talk in the building. Shout out to Broken Traditions and G.R.O.W.T.H with Kofa. But I definitely want to get to this comment right here. Jason Williams said, right here, homie, put this up on the screen. Yeah, the Knicks definitely won't be getting the prize this year. My bad, Kofa.
You motherfucker. Shout out to my New York Knicks. We're going to pivot real quick. Again, kind of staying on topic. Making manhood easy. Tom Thibodeau has good pieces on that bench, namely Derrick Rose. He is not playing. He's not making his manhood easy. I don't see once they lose this series, unless they make some major adjustments. But if they lose this series to the Heat, I don't see Tibb being in New York next year.
Who won't take his place?
Well,
Mark Jackson. They always say Mark Jackson.
I wish, man. You know where I want Mark Jackson to come?
Where?
Here.
Atlanta?
At black ass Atlanta. You got a point guard like Trae Young that's kind of on some, that Steph Curry type of game.
Yeah.
You don't think Mark Jackson could piece together that team? That's where I think he need to come. That's my personal. I've been saying it for years. Yeah. I don't know why they're going to get everybody else. And kind of fuck ESPN real quick. I'm just stick on basketball. It's so fucked up that ESPN always has Mark Jackson covering the Golden State games, knowing good and well that system that's still running. Shout out to Steve Kerr for being, again, making his manhood easy, making his job easy. He kept the same system, tweaked it a little bit for his own, and now he has how many rings they got? 4?
4, yep.
They got 4 rings. Mark Jackson deserves at least the first 2, but ESPN, y'all some hoes. Y'all keep having this man broadcast these games where he's watching what he implemented and seeing it work time and time again up until they ran into, go Lakers, until they ran into the Lakers this year.
You want to hear something funny about Steve Kerr? So when Steve Kerr was trying to get a job, originally he was supposed to go to the Knicks.
Really?
Yeah, because you remember Phil Jackson took over the Knicks at the time.
Yeah.
And Steve Kerr said, I decline. I don't want this job. He didn't want to work for Phil Jackson, so that's why they brought in Derek Fisher.
Wow.
Yeah. So Steve Kerr could have ruined his career by going to New York like any other coach, but it could have been Derek Fisher.
But you know what? That's real, because we ain't seen Isaiah Thomas anymore. We haven't seen Derek Fisher anymore. Like, what? Jesus. Wow, you just dropped a bomb on me.
Yeah, yep. He was supposed to be the coach.
I didn't know that, and I didn't think about that when you said he doesn't want to coach for the GM that he used to play for when Phil Jackson was a coach.
Yeah.
So Steve knows something. Again, back on topic.
Yeah.
He made his manhood easy. He made a decision. He stuck with it. He went through the grindstone, and he has 4 rings to show for it.
Yep.
4 championships, not a prize, but 4 championships.
Yep.
That is wild.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
But it makes sense now that you say it.
Yep. I'll give you another Nick analogy, Nick history that never probably came into the forefront. There was one of the best players that ever played the game was this close to becoming a New York Knick, and the Chicago Bulls finalized a deal for him not to go there at the last moment.
Who?
Michael Jordan. Because at one point, Michael Jordan was not the highest paid player in the NBA.
When you talking about what was that, 92, 93?
When Michael Jordan, yes.
Yeah.
When Michael Jordan was not the highest paid player in the NBA.
Yeah.
So it was I forgot what book it was in, but Michael Jordan was about to come to the Knicks because him and Patrick Ewing are the best friends.
Yeah.
And they got the deal where they was going to pay Michael Jordan to be the highest paid player on the Knicks. Mm-hmm. With Patrick Ewing and the rest of the 90s Knicks teams. And at the last moment, Chicago said, all right, we're going to cave in and give you this money.
Wow.
Yeah. So imagine what kind of legacy that would have been.
Man.
Yeah. I'll still be a Knicks fan if that happened. But
Traitor. Quitter. God damn, man.
No, that's manhood made easy. I'm not going to be a Knicks fan knowing that the heartache that they get.
Touche. I'll give you that one. You got down on that one. I'll give you that one. Go Knicks, man.
Yeah, I see D-Bay say he about to go in on Cynthia G. He said Cynthia G is the worst. I'm about to roast her ass.
Oh, please do, mind game.
Yeah.
I don't even know what she said or did this time, but if it's anything like those comments she made about aborting male babies, then yeah, she said that.
Yeah, I know.
And again, for those that don't know, it's another YouTuber, Cynthia G. She said if a black woman is pregnant, she finds out the sex of a baby is a male, she need to go ahead and have an abortion. and y'all wonder where this red pill, manosphere, passport bro space comes from.
That's sad.
These are and she has what? Thousands and thousands and thousands of subscribers. Is she over 100K?
She probably over 100K, more than likely.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So again, it's not necessarily the Cynthia G's or the Ebony K's that are saying this stuff. Mm-hmm. It's the women that believe in it. But again, they want to crucify brothers for listening to Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
But nobody has ever been able to say that their brother was a liar.
Mm-mm.
That is so interesting to me.
Yeah.
Where we at on the comments? We got anything else came in?
Mostly that was wild. Again, no hope. It's hard to say there's hope or not. I think Lex is on your live stream now because I saw that she said something.
I see Lex.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and reply.
Yeah, because she said something and it wasn't. I didn't see the badge on there, so yeah, I guess she's on yours now.
Ha ha ha! Stole your girl.
Damn, Lex, got me looking crazy out here. But what I was gonna say, I asked you a question earlier, right? And I said, can we compare for the time that Kevin Samuels came out? Can we compare Kevin Samuels to Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr.? For the timing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I gave a hard yes, and I'll tell y'all why. When Martin, even though Martin, we ended up finding out later on he was doing his thing on the side, but when Martin and Malcolm were speaking, they often spoke, especially Malcolm, spoke of husbandry, taking care of home, then the community. But first cleaning yourself up as a man through Islam, cleaning yourself up, family, then the community. Kevin Samuels was talking about the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Skilling and scaling up, becoming better, working those 60 hours, just becoming a better man. And this is the premise of my channel. Whether you're a husband, boyfriend, bachelor in your tiger phase, whatever it is, you take you wherever you go. I say it all the time. You have to be a better man, period. In order for me to be a better son, a better father, a better, future husband, potentially, boyfriend, whatever, I still got to be the best version of Kofa that I can be.
Yeah.
So when you asked me that, I thought about it. I was like, I didn't even think about it like that, but yes.
Yeah. Both says a stretch. I like to have those type of thought-provoking questions like that. Like, was he the man at the time like that? I think I would go with yes, because it's not like a civil rights movement. I guess it's more of a male empowerment movement, right? Like saying, okay, this is what men needed to become better. And it's like, I didn't realize a lot of the earlier Kevin Samuels stuff that you were playing. And I'm like, damn, he's on point with that stuff. Like, he's really putting men's feet to the fire. Like, all right, you really need to boss up to be something. You can't just be like, to go with Ebony K. Williams saying, like, if you want to be the person you want to be as far as like, oh, I want to, be a boss or high value, I have to level up to that level. And you can't do it being mediocre. You have to put so much effort into that. Yeah. Kind of going back what Ebony K. Williams was saying in the Breakfast Club, like, you have to put so much work and effort into becoming what you are. And sometimes that work and effort that you have to put in, it have to come at the right time with the right message. Like for me, I said when I was in my 20s, it was the right message, it wasn't the right time for me to take it. And I think that at this time when Kevin Samuels took place, it was the right message at the right time. Same thing with Martin Luther King, it was the right message at the right time. Same thing with Malcolm X, it's the right message at the right time. Yeah. So I see Mo saying it's a stretch, but I think it could be molded into the same thing. I'm not saying that Kevin Samuels was a freedom fighter or, you know what I'm saying, I don't even like the way he died, to be honest. The semantics of it, the way he died, the way it looked, I don't like that at all. But I just think his message, just like Martin Luther King, just like Malcolm X, will live on. Yeah, it will live on. I think his message will live on, and it's not just a black thing either. I mean, there's a lot of thanks, Chelsea. I think that Oh yeah, I hear Chinese people talking about it. I hear Korean people talk about Kevin Samuels. I hear white people talk about Kevin Samuels. It was just something that men needed to hear. Even though Kevin Samuels wasn't the first person to do it.
Yeah.
It was just that at the time, his setup, his personality, his bluntness, everything was needed. It was needed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And Jason said too, he said, "No sir, I can't go that far. KS was great. He left a legacy, but not to the scale of a Malcolm or Martin." He also says KS more than likely will be the spark that creates the person that makes that impact.
Yeah.
And that's something that, you know, Tupac once said, where he was like, "I'm not saying I'm gonna change the world, but I guarantee I'm gonna spark the brain that changed the world." It's 2023. The brother died in 96.
Yeah, 96.
We're still talking about him. He's still a comparison to these newer rappers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the newer rappers are trying to, you know, live this thug life lifestyle.
Yeah.
But it was so much more to Pac. I can go down that road later on. But the reason, again, Jason, that I said yes is because of the impact it had in such a, again, what you said, right time, right message.
Yeah.
Everything came together. Again, he wasn't a freedom fighter. He wasn't talking about that. Because how are you gonna fight for freedom and you don't have fighters?
Yeah.
You gotta have the men. We've always been the warrior class. I know we had the Woman King just come out and, you know, Woman King 2, Black Panther, but it's the men.
Yeah.
We got to lead, we got to protect. Unfortunately, and this is why so many men do chase the women, we don't know how much time we got. And it's not just the not taking care of yourself. The fact that we're working, we do take on more dangerous jobs and things of that nature. 30% of men don't even get a chance to have children.
Yeah.
And I'm not just talking about the guys that are incels. Men, adult males, 18, 19, you see how quick these young boys are dying in the street.
Yeah.
Some of them don't even get a chance to procreate like that.
Yeah.
So what Kevin was saying about men taking care of themselves, leading a family, stronger families lead to stronger communities. Strong communities eventually leads to a nation.
Yeah. And we need that male hood father figure role in men's lives. I was telling Kofa earlier, and I was also telling Lex this. I'm outside chilling, right? I see this young man with his mom trying to jump a car, right? Trying to jump a car. And I went, it was out there for a minute. I could tell it was out there for a minute based on the conversation. They were so frustrated with each other. So you hear this young man telling his mom, you know what you're talking about. You hear this mom telling this young man, you don't know what you're talking about. So they trying to jump this car. Went back in the house, come back outside, they still trying to jump this car. So like I said, I worked on vehicles. I know about electronics on vehicles. So I go so I said, you know, I try to, I guess, hit a sore spot on where they at, right? I'm like, are you using the right cable? Is your cable corroded? Is something wrong? He was like, nah, this cable's brand new. I said, all right, cool. I looked at this car. He has a BMW, right? No, excuse me, a Mercedes. He has a Mercedes-Benz. And normally on a Mercedes-Benz, the battery's in the trunk. Go to the Benz. I look in the back. The battery's like the size of this right here, Kofa's phone, right? Like this big. So I'm like, there's no way that's the battery for your car. There's no way. That's like an auxiliary battery. There's no way that's the battery. He's like, nah, man, the battery's in the trunk. I'm like, my man, you've been out here for 45 minutes to an hour trying to jump a car. It don't take that long to jump a car unless your battery's completely dead. And I was like, all right, let me help you out with this. I said, what year is the car? He told me the year. I said, most likely either your battery's under your seat or it's under the hood. Open the hood up. There's a little sign for the battery. Take off the air filter. Boom, the car battery's right there. Put the jumper cables on the new battery that he didn't know was there. The car started in 3 minutes. They was out there for 45 minutes to an hour trying to figure this out, and now it worked. And it's like, it's little things like that. Where's the man at to tell this young man, where's your battery at? Luckily, I was there to be that man to tell him where his battery's at. Yeah. If not, they'll still be there right now trying to jump that car the next day. He'll say 24 hours later. So it's like, we need that type of manhood to talk to boys, talk to young men on basic things. It's like, yo, can you change a tire? Like, if you and your girl driving somewhere and your tire go flat. Y'all gonna just look at each other like, I don't know what to do? And that's a lot of cases that happen. Like a lot of men out here don't know how to change tires, don't know how to change the oil, don't know how to check the oil, don't know how to check tire pressure, don't understand what tire pressure is.
Yeah.
Mike said dude didn't have YouTube on his phone. I guess not.
he was so busy, again, make your manhood easy.
Yeah.
In his emotional feminine state.
Yes.
I'm assuming, I'm just throwing an assumption out there. Y'all don't crucify me. But if he's arguing with his mom, this is their relationship. She's probably a single mom. That's their dynamic because she wasn't arguing with her son. She was arguing with her man. Going back and forth. I know more than you. You know, I know more than you as a mom. You know, just constant back and forth. And then you step in as an actual man. He might have been an adult male, but you stepped in was like, hey, this is where it is.
Yeah.
Let's think, like, okay, what year is it? Boom. He was so in his feminine energy, he didn't even think to look at his phone. He was too busy arguing, trying to prove a point.
Yep. And the crazy part about it, when I stepped in, before I stepped in, I was just sitting there looking. I'm like, this is crazy. And I went back in the house, and then his tone changed when I walked up to say, yo, where's the battery at? His tone changed. He was like, yo, it's right. I was right here. I was like, that's not your battery. He didn't argue back and forth with me.
Yeah. Because
he knew I'm like, that's not your battery. He was like, oh, but I'm saying, let's go under the hood. Then he seen the battery.
Yeah.
Then after that, he knows.
Yeah.
He known half the battle. Manhood made easy.
You teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime.
Yes.
Now you could have just went on there and did it and put it back, and he still wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
You put the air filter back.
Yes.
And he still wouldn't have known where the actual battery was.
Yes.
So you had to show him, and you know, probably show him where to put the cable. You know, black to black and the red.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
And it's crazy because Lex said this to me. She says, "How many times have you had to help somebody jump their car because they don't know where their battery's at?" And it's a lot. It's like we can think of Lex and I could have 3 different instances where we were together and somebody trying to jump their car and didn't know what to do. Because people buy cars without knowing nothing. Because what happened to that old school father figure that teach you a little bit about cars?
Yeah, the basic, like you said, you have a blowout or the tire's just low. It's not moving.
Yeah.
So you got to keep the car moving. At least the battery. Now you start talking about starters and this didn't connect to this, and you know, especially for the newer cars, like you said, you work on the electrical stuff. Mm-hmm. I had some kind of Honda, but it was right when they started putting everything was running off electronics in the car.
Yeah.
So I couldn't figure it out. Like I had tried to jump it, did all the basic stuff, had to take it to the dealership, and they was like, "Oh, it's an electrical problem." So they were going to have to take out my entire dashboard to get to this little piece.
Yeah.
To fix an electrical problem. There's no way I would have known that.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that, okay, we can deal with that.
Yeah.
But the basics, the whole, I pray it's a joke, but there's a meme where it's like this chick has the hood open and she's pouring Crisco in the car for car oil. I hope it's a joke. But again, that comes down to I don't need a man.
Yeah.
But when that happens, and like I tell women all the time, you may not need a man. That's fine. But your children do.
Yeah.
Especially your boys.
Yeah.
Because he can't be a man until he sees a man.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's a man, again, to stress it, and not an adult male. It's a man. You got to be, even if you don't know how to do something as a man, you got to either figure it out or go ask your homeboy.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, you're going to find a circle of men that know, somebody in that group knows how to do something. That goes to some of the other Kevin Samuels' points about finding your wolf pack.
Yeah.
I want to get to this comment, though, that Mo had dropped in here. Where'd you go, Mo? She said, talking about Kevin Samuels. He also said men get to a level of success where cheating isn't cheating. They basically have a free license.
Yeah, you can cook on that one.
Exercise and options. So the thing with that, Mo, nobody teaches men more than women. Again, I think I had mentioned poly a couple of days ago, and you were in the comments and like, well, everybody's living this poly lifestyle. You're right. It's so many people out here that are dealing with each other's baby daddies, husbands, wives, and stuff like that. And I tell women, they get mad at me, but y'all complaining about some dude that cheated on you, but you fucking somebody else's husband. Not you, Mo. Not you. Don't hit up Mo in the comment. I'm not talking about her, but there are men, and it's always been like that. The king had his queen that bore his children, so he had a legacy line, but he also had concubines. So there are men that do get to a certain level, and women always say, well, y'all get money and think you can do whatever you want to. Yeah, because that's what women taught us. Because that guy that didn't have it at first, women weren't choosing him.
Yeah.
Then he got to that level and things changed. When he wasn't getting chose, the guy up here was getting chose. So nobody teaches men that more than women do. So I agree with you, Mo, but again, I like to add context to the reasons why.
Yeah.
So there are, that's what he said, it's exercising options. It's crazy because we were out there talking about the different, kind of like the evolution of Kevin Samuels. I showed LeBron another video and he was like, that ain't Kevin Samuels. Like, bro, that's him. That's like literally when he was like, this is a totally fucking different person. I was like, bro, that's Kevin Samuels. Yeah. That's how he started out. And his videos got better because he was getting better as a man. But one of the things that Kevin Samuels always said, and I was telling LeBron, like, there's rules to it. When those guys are up there and you're exercising options, regardless, if you're a man and you're sliding out, having your piece on the side or whatever, there's rules to that. You cannot embarrass your woman.
Nope.
So should nobody else outside of y'all know that shit. No STDs, no outside children, no other type of scandals. Again, when it boils down to it, that's your wife, that's your woman, whatever the case may be, whatever title she holds in your life, your main chick, whatever. There are rules to that exercising options thing.
Yeah. I see Ty in the comments. Good, Ty.
Peace, Ty. Smoke one if you got them, bro. Because I'm damn sure about to light up in the garage after we wrap this up.
But another comment. I should have some notes, man. We freestyling tonight. I'm sorry, yo. We gotta start being more organized when we do this, Kofa.
Yeah, but I think we flow pretty good, man. Between the comments and us. But yeah, we can get a little bit more structured. Shout out to unstructured conversation.
Yeah, shout out to unstructured conversations. Go check out my last podcast episode with
a real Nick fan, by the way.
Oh no, he left before I did.
God damn it! What he had on the jersey for?
Now I'll tell you what it is. So he's not a diehard no more.
Okay.
But like if they doing good, he'll support. But he's not like I'm not gonna. Yo, when we was in New York, we used to watch games on MSG every day. We used to go to games all the time. We used to travel to go to Knicks games.
Damn.
Yeah, it was like a real.
They hurt y'all bad, bruh. Like that Reggie Miller back in the day, them 2 threes. And them 8 points.
I was already over that when my fandom was still there, but like die hard. Like my son's a Knicks fan. I when it comes to parenting, one of my biggest regrets is making my son a Knicks fan.
Oh, now I'm finna put you out my goddamn house.
Because like it's so much. I mean, he's okay with it. Like he flows good with it, but
yeah,
it's just so much you got to go through. And
it really can be depressing because you see it. Like when we got Melo and Tyson Chandler, when they had, I was like, oh man, we got some good pieces.
Yeah.
Couldn't figure it out. So we've been on the cusp, off and on at different times. The closest we've gotten is Allen Houston, Sprewell, an older Patrick Ewing, and then he broke his wrist.
Yeah. But I'll say this too. The Knicks ain't won a championship for so long. They don't have a trophy. So when they won the championship, it's not a trophy that got presented to them. The Larry O'Brien trophy wasn't even invented yet.
Yeah.
They got a bowl. You can't even see this bowl in MSG. They got a bowl. We talk about, that's how long ago the Knicks won a championship. That is a bowl. Not a trophy. A bowl.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy as hell.
Yeah. So like, remember back in the days when they had like the Knicks, they had the Larry O'Brien trophies on the back of the jerseys at one point? The Knicks ain't deserve to have that on there because they didn't get a trophy. They got a bowl. They should have put a bowl on the back of their trophies.
Look, man, and we got some classic players. Ewing, Bernard.
Walt Frazier.
Yeah, Walt Frazier. Willis Reed, RIP. He just passed earlier this year. Man, we done had some
Phil
squads.
Jackson.
Phil did play.
He got 2 rings.
Yep.
He got 2 bowls.
He got 2 bowls. He got 2 bowls.
Yeah.
It's crazy as hell, man. So Phil got 8 rings.
Yeah, yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I let him go. When I drove down 85 to move to Atlanta, I left my Knicks.
You left him in New York?
I left him in New York, yep.
Man, I still got to go to a Knicks game. I got to go in MSG.
Oh, it's fun.
I don't know when, but it gotta be this upcoming season.
It's amazing in there. It's amazing.
I gotta go to Madison Square and I gotta go to the Rucker. Those are my basketball goals.
You go to the Rucker, it's like any day, like going to a regular park, because it's like if not an event going on there, nobody's in there.
I mean, still the tournament though. I gotta touch hollow ground, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta sit close enough where I can at least touch the wood on Madison Square Garden.
I got 2 MSG stories that I love to tell.
Okay.
All right, I'll tell you.
I think I know one.
My son's first game. Did I tell you about that?
No.
He's like 4 years old. Take him to MSG. He got a Nate Robinson teddy bear, right? Hyped to go, right?
Yeah.
Knicks are getting blown out by the Nuggets. And I don't know what happened. Marty. We in Georgia, Chelsea.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but it was a fight broke out, and I think Carmelo Anthony on the Nuggets punched Marty Collins in the neck. So a big fight broke out. This is my son's first game.
Yeah.
A big fight breaks out. So I was like, this is fun. Because you see a big fight break out. You know what I'm saying? So
they wrestling and shit.
yeah, Knicks got blown up by 20 points anyway. But it was a fun experience for my son. Then my second Knicks experience, this is before StubHub and all the ticket websites had digital tickets. You have to literally buy a ticket and go to an office in Manhattan to pick your tickets up. Get there, it's a Lakers game. We're already mad because Kobe got suspended. This is the first time we're supposed to see Kobe.
Damn.
Yeah, never saw him because we never went to another Lakers game. So Kobe got suspended. It was like, all right, we're gonna go to the game anyway. We're like, we already bought the tickets. Get there, they're like, oh, your tickets, we sold your tickets by mistake. We gave them away. So we're gonna upgrade your seats. I'm like, okay, whatever, upgrade the seats. That's cool with me. Like, we don't have to pay no more. They gave us 4th row tickets to a Lakers game. And we were sitting right behind number 45, Donald Trump. Before he was president. And everybody was like, hyped to see Trump. He was there with the owner, James Dolan.
Yeah.
And everybody was cursing out Dolan, but nobody was cursing out Trump.
It's crazy how that works.
Yep. And,
a little bit of time.
And the crazy part about it now, if you talk trash about James Dolan at the Garden,
yeah, you
get banned. This shit's so crazy that you get banned if they catch you talking shit to James Dolan at the Garden, and they got facial recognition. You can't go into any affiliated buildings that he owns.
What the fuck? God damn it, Knicks. Y'all got to do better, man.
Yeah, you can't talk shit to the owner. That's why.
Well, he better figure that shit out.
What you gonna do?
God damn it,
you can't control it. You can't control it.
That is wild, man.
Yeah.
How long we been cooking, bro?
Let me see. I mean, it's not. I think it's almost 2 hours. Damn, how can I see? I got all these. Sorry, y'all. I got all these windows up. This is not my usual setup. Yeah, hour 48.
Okay.
Yeah.
Things going pretty smooth, man.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody had any questions in the comment? Their thoughts about making manhood easy? I think we covered a hodgepodge. We covered a lot, man. You know, working, taking advice. So let me run with that one. It's something that was told to me not too long ago by another brother. He's I believe in his late 40s. But he said it and it hit me like a bolt of lightning and it has stayed with me. So for the young men out there or anybody listening, but in particular, again, focusing on the men, the young men, take that advice like LaRon was given from that white dude, because you don't know who's going to give you good sound advice. Mm-hmm. Take a minute, even if you don't like it, and think about it. Don't just immediately dismiss it. Yeah. So it's 2 things about listening that the brother I was just speaking about told me. 2 things about listening. You're either going to be glad you did or wish you had.
Facts.
I'm going to say it again. 2 things about listening. You're either going to be glad you did or wish you had. And I know a lot of men wish they had in certain circumstances. Mm-hmm. Now, a lot of us came out like some of the stuff we talked about, and I'm going to get into that later on this month. some of my personal choices as a young man, I wish I had. Again, right message, wrong time. I wasn't in a mind state to receive it. But looking back, talking to my younger self, step out your feelings, even if you don't like it. Like when the dude was like, fuck your girl. You get kind of defensive. Like, man, you better be glad I'm working on your car. I need this job. But get out that headspace, even if it's not until the next day when you kind of calm down, just sit there and chew on it and think about it for a second. Did it actually make sense? Think about somebody older, a man in particular, that you've seen go through those things. Does that person that gave you the advice, do their words ring true? Yeah. And they're giving you this words, so look at how their life is. Did they give you this advice because it helped them? Or did they give you this advice because they wish they had done, the advice they're giving you, and they're kind of at a stagnant space or falling backwards? Because people don't just tell you things kind of on a whim. I tell people all the time, like, I don't get paid to lie to you. That's not this type of media. Yeah. This is why it's kind of open forum. We don't have no big agenda, nothing like that. I tell y'all all the time, I'm trying to get monetized. I would love to make money off of YouTube. But because of the work I did do in my 20s, my 30s, the times I did listen, now I'm in my early 40s, I'm starting to see the fruits of my labor. So YouTube is cool. I want the YouTube revenue. I would love to do this full time. Yeah. But, gods and kings say opposite. I can still do this, be here with y'all, share this advice, make these connections socially. And that may be my that may be my payment, making the connection socially. Yeah. But the work I've done in the military and the federal government, I'm going to be good later on. 41-year-old Kofa is taking care of that 60-year-old retired Kofa. Yeah. Later on down the road. But bringing it back to the point, neither one of us has a reason to lie to you. We're just giving you our opinion and putting it in context for you. By the grace of God, y'all are here with us because you're finding something that you can connect to, something that you understand, something that I hope is valuable for you to take out into the real world, into your life. When the computer shuts down, when the phone goes on silent, how are you living your life? That's for everybody. Again, particularly the men. Yeah. I always say that. I don't just play Kevin Samuels videos to get clicks and likes. The brother was sharing a lot of information. He himself had already been through 2 divorces, has an adult child in his early to mid 50s. That brother has lived life. And it was something that we were talking about as far as the age difference. I think I said it on one of my lives the other day, but it takes 10,000 hours to become a professional at something. I think that's fairly common knowledge. Yeah. It takes 10,000 hours. 10,000 hours is roughly a year and some change. Let's say a year and a half, a year and 6 months. If you're at a certain age, you're about to be 40, I'm 41. I think we've been alive longer than a year and a half. Yeah. Nobody can tell you that you're not a professional black man. Facts. I'm not talking about your job title. I'm talking about the fact that you're living in this body with a phallus as a man. You're a professional black man. You know how to move. You know when you're hearing bullshit, but you have to check yourself when you start to be on the bullshit. Yes. Again, a Kevin Samuels video I played, you know when you're getting off your square and you have to start pruning your life. Okay, I need to cut this person off for a little while. It may not be totally, but you got that friend you just can't say no to. You got to start telling them no. You got that girl or that man you can't say no to. You got to start telling them no. You got that job that you can't say no to because, I need this job, but you wonder why you're not moving up. Start telling their ass no, stay on the path that you know you're supposed to be on, and keep working forward. Yeah, that's not even a gender advice, that's real advice. Yeah. We talked about the small YouTube community, how we always grow and stuff like that. Yep. I see KP from KC5 says, salute guys, I found broken traditions from barbershop conversations, so shout out to Fred, and I found Kofa from Do-About-It podcast. So we got Fred and Cali, we in Georgia, and Do Better's in Detroit. And yeah. They'll say like how that's dope. Me and Fred gotta do some stuff together. I haven't did something with Fred in a minute. And Quiet Storm in here too. Peace. Yeah, I see Quiet Storm in here too. And he also said great discussion on Dr. Tia Hassan Johnson panel last night. Another, you know what I'm saying? Like how the community just everything's so knitted together. And that's a great thing. Yeah, it's crazy how that just you just start piecing it together through the YouTube multiverse.
Yes. And shout out to Blue Blood Sports, because I know him in real life. Yeah. And he started, introducing me people. So I found Blue Blood. Blue Blood introduced me to Drew. Then after that, Blue Blood introduced me to Fred. Yeah. In Barbershop Conversation. So like, he was like, "Y'all, I'm gonna help you out." I said, "All right, go look." And he didn't have to do that to introduce me to people, but that's what it is.
Yeah, and then you hear, because we have different content.
Yeah.
But it's still coming together as men. I'm quite sure the other brothers have different content. Like, I didn't know when you introduced me to Drew's channel, I was on his Painful Excellence. Yeah. Again, relationships, men getting better, that type of thing. Yeah. I didn't know he had a boxing background until you told me. So this brother is over there in the sports arena too. Two different things, and that just shows you the dynamics that we can have as men. Yep. Drew has this part of him. I think he has a third channel.
Yeah, he's working on
Yeah, about the just the blurred, the black nerd stuff. The animation and old school cartoons and sci-fi fun stuff. I can't wait till he gets that really up and running. Yeah, because I'm gonna be over there on that live and hopefully point some other brothers.
Yeah, I see that. G.R.O.W.T.H, Theo, he got another channel. You know that?
Do better. You said G.R.O.W.T.H. You said me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Theo. Yeah, he did. Yeah. I saw that. Oh, yeah. I was like,
Theo got another channel. Like, another channel?
I was like, damn, I do.
Yeah, Theo got another channel. So like, it just growing and expanding and just becoming better, man. And just it's dope. I love it.
Yeah. I love the community. I didn't think it would get to this point last year when I started. Yeah, because I was sharing with LaRon when we was out back smoking before the show that journalism was the first field I really wanted to go into. But again, criminal justice, going to school, and everybody was like, "Oh, this is a solid career path," and this, that. Yeah. So that's what I ended up doing. It helped later on, as far as military and things like that. But I really do have a passion for this and love for this. And again, thank you for that challenge, because I didn't think I could do it. Because I was like, man, I need to do a live every day, run up my numbers, but I'll come home tired from work. But now that the challenge was there, I started thinking like, damn, can I do it? Can I do it? And I'm doing it. Yeah. This is day 9.
Day 9, and I'm part of it now. So.
Yeah. This is awesome, man.
Yeah.
And shout out to, real quick, man, want to make sure I got it on record. Shout out to Dr. T.S. Johnson, because I told a story of dealing with my with my ex years ago, where we went through like a domestic violence situation, and he took it and just reposted it, and it was so many brothers that flooded to my page and follow, like, subscribe, because they had similar stories. It's so many men out there going through it. Again, this is why I say, man, you gotta check yourself, bro, because my life could have went on a totally different path had that night gone different for me. Yeah. So those are 2 videos on my page. I can go watch them. How I almost Tory Lanez and Javante Davis myself.
And the crazy part about it too, going back to the Rose event I went to this past weekend, there was a guy, from what I understand, I didn't see it personally, but the guy asked us in the elevator, "Did you see the fight?" So everybody in the elevator like, "What fight?" And he says, "Oh yeah, this guy got beat up." It's like, damn, like, it's barely men here. Who's beating another man up, right? He's like, nah, he got beat up by his girl. It's like, I think people found it to be funny on the elevator. I'm like, that's not funny, because men really go through domestic violence. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, you hear a guy get beat up by a girl, you probably think of like the old school cartoon, see a guy get hit in the head, you think it's funny. With the frying pan, some cartoon you can think of it, some Flintstone shit. You know what I mean? You think it's funny, but it's not funny, because men out there really getting beat up by women. And it's like, there's no voice for that domestic abuse. And it seemed to be funny. He said this guy's face was bloodied up. Yeah. From getting beat up. I'm like, damn. And
that's crazy. Like, he actually took an L. And I'm almost sure if it was that severe, he probably didn't fight back, or, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He probably just took the blows, tried to stop her, and it just didn't go well for him. I know a guy got
some Layla Ali hands.
Yeah, I know a guy that got locked up here in Atlanta. Him and his wife got into it. I told this story, but him and his wife got into it, and they had just had their kid, so he's holding like a 2-week-old baby, rocking the baby, and they're arguing, and he's like, man, just shut the fuck up talking or whatever. She grabs a fucking butcher knife, doesn't like it, and comes at him while he's holding their 2-week-old. He cold cocks her and then goes into a panic like, oh my God, I just hit my wife. Like, he lays her ass out. He calls the police just to try to, don't know what to do, and they end up arresting him. The butcher knife be damned. So it's a lot of brothers that go to it. That's more of my content. Unfortunately, I have more of those stories to tell, but that does go into some of what you're talking about with the community and how we're going to get better between the policies that are out there, the news that's out there, and then we're dealing with these things that nobody is really talking about when it comes to DV and men being on the receiving end of it.
Yeah. Another thing too, I want to kind of pivot back to Kevin Samuels. What I kind of appreciate about Kevin Samuels is that I think he started to challenge men to think a little differently, and now it feels like men is becoming the forefront of, I guess, political mindsets, right? So you start to see men like, let me not vote blue no matter who.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let me start seeing my options and let me start seeing what else is out there and what's better for me as a voter and what's better for my life.
Yeah.
And now, from what I understand, I'm not sure, but the stats say 90% of black women vote Democrat, right?
Yeah.
Let's say that's the stats, right? Now, we're starting to see black people or black women starting to say, like, hey, what are we getting for our vote? Why are we just voting just blindly for somebody? What are we getting for our vote? And in Chicago, there's been people doing protests and we're doing rallies and doing events talking about how the immigrants is coming into Chicago from Arizona and Texas and how they're taking all the resources that's supposed to be for people for Chicago. Yeah. So now we got the up, everything's about classism. So you got the upper class, middle class, then the poor people are not getting resources no more. Now the resources supposed to be for the poor people is going to the immigrants. So now you're not getting anything. Same thing's going on in New York. So it's like, yeah, you vote for these politicians. These politicians are taking in extra people in your city and your town. But now those resources is only going to those people now. And now your life is already fucked up. You voted these people in, and these people not doing the best interest for you. And you starting to see that really a lot in Chicago right now, how they like, we're not even going to vote for these people no more. We need to get Biden out of office. Clearly, he's for other people. He's not for us. He's not for American citizens.
Yeah.
And it's
sad
get yourself something out of it. But you start to see men starting first. Men was the first one. Now, after Barack Obama, like, yay, we need something for our vote.
Yeah.
And now you're starting to see women kind of following that. I think men need to start being leaders in the community.
Yeah.
And stop letting outside things tell you how to be a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you are that leader in the community, bro, and again, the women don't want to follow, let that be what it is. That's going to take care of itself, so to speak.
Yeah.
You got to know what to lead in. I can't keep focusing over here if this isn't going right. When the stuff that I do have that's going right, I can build on. Mm-hmm. So when you do have this collection of men like myself, I think we talked about it before, this was the first time I haven't voted since I was 18.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see where the chips landed, and now we're here. So again, kind of pivoting back to Ebony K's comments where women are buying all these houses and stuff, black women are also the most evicted.
Yeah, yeah.
They have the highest level of education debt. Mm-hmm. So I can't fix what you're opting to go to.
Yeah.
So I gotta, again, back to Kevin Samuels' point, I gotta take care of me.
Yeah.
I gotta take care of me and mine, and then we can branch out to the community.
Yeah.
And once you do that as men, you're gonna run into brothers on the same page. Because you're gonna start, the higher you go is, again, I gave the example of the eagle. When it's being attacked by other birds for getting too close to their nest or whatever, all the eagle does is it keeps flying. The eagle can outfly them. By the time it gets up here, the air gets so thin that the other bird can't keep up. It has no choice but to go back down. So you're gonna have to be that eagle. I know we gave a lot of National Geographic examples of whether you're gonna be in your lion space, your tiger space, or be that eagle. But Y'all get the metaphors. Y'all understand it, man. Y'all are a smart audience. Y'all are an engaging audience. Speaking of which, let me get over here to the comments.
Okay.
Mo says, "Yikes!" I think she was referring to when I was talking about the guy, his wife and the butcher knife.
Yeah.
Sound like an old nursery rhyme. Mo says, "Yikes! People need to be more thoughtful when choosing partners. They very well do. And men, you got to stop choosing off a pretty face and a fat ass.
Oh my God, yes, please.
You got to." We were talking about that outside too, man. There's so many men that I don't really hang out with because they're in their 30s, 40s, even 50s, and still everything is about the cat. Everything is about the box, the box. We going out, we going to do this, that, and the third. But you can't be that guy and think you're going to progress. You don't have enough time to put into the work you need to be putting in.
And I'll tell you what, man, pussy's easy to get. A real conversation is not. I'd rather put the work in and have a real conversation with a woman than trying to put the work in and try to get her pussy, because pussy's too easy to get. Yeah.
Like you said, when you first moved to Atlanta, you were tripping over it. It caught you off guard.
Yeah.
Royalty says, sometimes people play a role. You'd be surprised what's hidden. It's a lot, and that's when the patience and the vetting comes into play. Ask that person about their childhood, how they came up. Again, for myself, said it a couple of times. Kofa, not telling anybody else to, but I can't seriously date single moms because I don't want the responsibility that comes with that. There's another man on the other side of that child, and I don't know if we're going to get along. And if a lot of times there's a halfway decent man on the other side, sometimes depending on who the mom is and how she moves with you, that's a whole other adult that got to say in your household. I'm not saying it can't work. I've seen it work. I've often seen it not work. But again, so many men don't speak on that. Mm-hmm. And then you get to the point of, I had to even add on things about what I don't want. I can't date women that don't have fathers. I know I'm a solid ass father. I've dealt with women who didn't have fathers, and they see me and my daughter's relationship, and they're low key jealous. I didn't realize it until afterward, because hindsight is 20/20. Mm-hmm. But it's just other things I had to start adding in and being more restrictive when I'm dealing with these people before those hidden issues, like you said, Royalty, before those hidden issues start rearing their head. Yeah. And then that's how you find yourself in the middle of a relationship and be like, who the fuck are you? Yeah. When you start doing that, what the hell changed? And it looked like a 180 when it's really what they were the whole time. Yeah.
I'm the opposite. I don't date women without kids. So that might be another conversation for another day. I don't date women without kids. But it got to be the perfect scenario for you to have a child. It just can't be you have 5 kids, 4 baby daddies. I can't do that.
Look, Jason says, I don't strike women, but I will restrain a woman if she tries to attack me. Hopefully, I will never be in that position. I pray you don't either. Then Royalty says, that's what dumbass. She says, Jason, just sling her over the couch or burn her wigs and makeup. That will do it.
Nah, no man should not be burning no personal items on another person. Don't pour bleach on her wigs. Don't do that.
I can see a woman losing her mind. That's my good wig. I can see that.
You see, Lex is getting at you, Kofa.
What I do, Lex? Wait, but Kofa, you're a dad. I am a dad. Lex says, you can't date a single mom. Y'all gonna have to post a 1-800 number. Look, I know I'm a dad. I know how hard it was to be a single dad when I was trying to date, because I was trying to create a core nuclear family or whatnot, and it didn't work. And it didn't work with women who didn't have kids, and at times it didn't work with women who did have kids, because guess what? Those are her kids. Her kids were always more important. That's the dynamic that a lot of people don't understand. Mm-hmm. Your kids are your kids. I've heard several women say, I'm only worried about the ones I pushed out. So my kids are mine, but if I'm trying to create this blended family, I'm looking at your kids as mine. Yeah. Women are often put in that position where they got to look at their child as their daughter, their son, because she didn't carry him. Yeah. And other times, I've been both. I've had my daughter live with me. I've been the weekend, summertime dad. So a lot of times women will get with guys that do have children and they're fine with it because that child isn't in the house every day.
Yeah.
Whereas with a man, anytime I see you, I see the child. Then we start building that relationship between me and the child, and God forbid there's a breakup. Now, as a man, I feel like I lost a child. But to another brother's point on YouTube, I believe, what's the brother's name? He does a podcast with his wife. Andre and Andrea love crossing borders. So shout out to that brother, love crossing borders. And he was talking about before he got married, he was dating, single moms, and they got along with he got along with the kids and all that. But just like women always tell us, we're a package deal. He said when they came as a package deal, when their breakup happened, they left as a package deal.
Yeah.
He has no obligation to continue taking care of those kids. And that's where a lot of men do find themselves in trouble, because you're the only father that child is known. It's men sitting on child support right now for kids that aren't theirs, simply because he was around for that length of time.
Yeah.
So it don't pan out all the time, Lex. I know we joke, but you and LeBron got a good thing going. I pray for y'all. I pray y'all go ahead and hop that broom soon, because I've seen y'all together and I see how linked y'all are.
Yeah.
I don't know all the ins and outs, but real talk, I hope y'all shit works out.
Yeah.
But it's so many other men, myself included, that have gone through that, and it hurts. It hurts to lose a child, whether or not that child is biologically yours. And it's a different type of love when you take on that responsibility and you lose that child. So I had to have a hard stoppage on that for myself, Lex.
And Lex, you wasn't here earlier. We have to have a compromise, because Kofa got all these pillows here, and it got to be flashbacks of how your house is with all these pillows. So we got to come to an agreement with the pillows, Lex.
Look, between my goddamn pillows and my Knicks, man, you got to go, bro.
And you got no paper towels. That's another thing
damn.
I got to comment, Lex.
I ran out of paper towels, y'all. He said he's not going to let me live it down, man. I thought I had some more in my cabinet, but I ran out of goddamn paper towels. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I ran out of paper towels. Just air dry it, man. We men. Simplify your man. Wave your hands around.
Nah, I wipe my hands on my pants.
There you go.
Yeah, so I think Lex asked you this question because this is on your page. Do you want more kids?
No, I'm done. I got snipped, y'all. I'm done. Like dead ass. And before anybody says, oh, well, vasectomy is reversible, not the one I got. They burned the ends. I'm good. And for the men, I need to do a live about that, because some brothers are scared to do it and they need to. But look, you can get a non-reversible one. If you know you're done, you're done. Real talk, that's part of going to the doctor and seeing your options and knowing what's going on with you. But yeah, Lex, I'm done. I love the kids. Hell, I'll babysit for y'all. We'll go to the park.
So you know,
look, I'm saying it on record. We'll babysit. They're going to get pizza and ice cream. I'll get them cheese. Pizza and ice cream. We're going to have fun. But they got to leave Uncle Kofa at the end of the day. As long as I can give them back, I love the kids. Kofa love the kids. I'm like Wu-Tang.
I think Royalty and Lex said the kind of same thing.
Yeah.
It's so interesting. Why can't we group things? Because my dad, who raised me, wasn't my birth father, but my mom and him split up when I was like 12. He saved in my life. And I think Royalty said the same thing. My stepdad divorced from my mom is still in my life as well.
Yeah, so, and that's beautiful. If y'all got those type of men, rock with them. I got a family member, older family member that was like that. I'll get to your laugh in a minute. So he had two stepdaughters. The oldest one still calls him. The youngest one couldn't give a fuck about that man. And that's where the weirdness can come in. What was the joke?
All right, Kofa used the tears with a paper towel trying to soak up the tears.
What's it? Who that joke? Jason. Yeah. God damn it.
He said Kofa used up the paper towels trying to soak up the tears from the Knicks loss.
Yeah. Go ahead and bring that up on the screen, man. Go ahead and bring that up.
I had it up there already.
Oh,
put it
damn.
back up there for you.
Man, you know what, Jason? I can't even argue with you, bro. Because real talk, I hate Miami, but I respect them. I respect them as an organization. I respected them back when the rivalry started, but I still hate Miami. I definitely hate the Celtics because I'm a Lakers fan. And as a Knicks fan, again, fuck the Indiana Pacers. I hate those three teams, rot in hell. But I do respect the Celtics, and I do respect the Heat, but I still hate the Pacers.
Do you understand why the rivalry started with the Knicks and the Heat?
You talking about the Alonzo Mourning era, the Ewing?
No.
Oh, Pat Riley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now think about that.
Yeah.
Think about if they gave Pat Riley the reins to run the Knicks, where would the Knicks be at right now?
Exactly.
The Knicks is an organization of what ifs.
Yeah.
They could have got Jordan. They could have had Pat Riley. Pat Riley could have convinced LeBron to come to the Knicks.
Yep. Jesus. Man, I'm done. Look, man, I think we cooked on a lot, man.
Yeah,
we had
I
fun.
know that now for date night, Lex, Kofa, we could drop Heidi off over here, and you have a chair for her too.
What's that? Oh yeah. I do have a chair, Lex. Just take a picture and send it to her before you leave. Yeah. It's a little bit beat up. It's a hand-me-down, but how old is she? 6. Yeah, man. My girls had this chair for years. They've read all types of books and watched SpongeBob in it and fell asleep in it. And as beat up as it looks, it's comfortable. I think she'll like it. But again, it is a hand-me-down. But you'll get a picture soon, Lex. Lex also says, look. She says, I too ran out of paper towels during game night on Friday. And look, before you got on, Lex, LeBron was talking shit earlier before we went live. And he was like, oh, you and Lex will get along good. You have no paper towels. I'm like, damn, dog, you're not going to let me live it down. He was like, nope. Lex also says, so Kofa, you can't date a woman who wants kids. You have limited yourself. I have to a degree, but guess what? I'm okay with that. I have a passport. And I'm in my lion phase.
and I think you said tiger.
Tiger. Yeah, tiger.
And I would say this too: dating women with kids, most times they don't want kids. I don't want no more kids. They don't want kids either. So
and that's the other thing too, because I've heard women like, you got a good man, he's taking care of your kids, and that's the thing the other women have to understand as well when you're dating guys, because the majority of black men don't have kids, contrary to what's believed about us. What is it? 13 to 16% of the men are making 80% of the kids in our community.
Yeah, that's what the stats say.
That's what the stats say. Those are the numbers. You got to go to G.R.O.W.T.H for even more. Yeah. Because he break that thing down. I'm gonna have to go do some more research myself. But that's what's average in our community. 13 to 16% of men getting all the ass basically and making these kids. So for a guy coming on the back end and he wants kids. She's already had a hysterectomy, had her tubes tied, completely done. She may have had a medical issue. We don't know. So for brothers that do want kids, there's a lot of women that don't want any more. Yeah. So that's why I say, I may have limited myself. And like I said, I'll deal with them. And I'll date a woman seriously with kids as long as they're older. If they're getting ready to get out of the house, I'm talking 17, 18. Yeah. But even then, that's a stretch because now that person is adult. You got to get them through adulthood. Especially with the young men, he start getting in trouble with the police, or even the young women. She turns around, get pregnant, in her early 20s. Yeah. Now I'm an automatic granddaddy. I ain't signed up for that shit. So, it's dynamics, man. It's what you want. Again, cutting that slice of life, what you want, simplifying it. Back to the topic. Make manhood made easy. Yeah. Simplify it. I know what I want. Even though I may have limited myself, Lex, I feel like I actually opened up my options because we're in a global international dating market. And I'm not some fool that's just going to fly over to another country and be throwing all the money that I work hard for here. Yeah. But I did want to open up my options to that degree, to what Mo was saying earlier about men getting a certain status and cheating on their wife or whatever. I can be the tiger, the single bachelor guy, and live that life as well. But first things first, men, take care of home. It's too easy to take care of home. Yeah. Oh, Jason said, why can't I see all the comments that others are making? Because we're on 2 different live streams. I'm not sure if you're on Kofa's page or my page. So that's probably why. You're probably on, I don't know, what page you on? Yeah, which page are you on, Jason? Because I'm on mine and LeBron's on his. So some of the comments are coming together and then others aren't. I don't know why. But, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. I think most of the people on your page go for.
Yeah. Y'all come to my page. Hit the like button. Y'all hit that like button and come over here and help me with this algorithm. Let's see. Lexus asked me, How old are my kids? My oldest is 19. My youngest will be 13 later on this year. Royalty says, I want another kid, just not another baby daddy. Oh, I don't know how that's going to work, Shawty. You got to adopt or something. Jason says, I'm on Kofa's, but when you put comments up, I don't see them.
That's interesting. Let me see.
That is. I think when you said you shared Lex's comment a second ago, it didn't pop up on mine. I'm watching in my studio.
Oh, wow.
It didn't pop up. Try one real quick.
I just did. I put Jason's on there. It's on mine, but it's not on yours.
Oh, no, it just popped up.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know.
I think it may be, I'm not going to say it's a glitch in the matrix, but it's figuring out who to put what where. So some of this stuff is missing. Like when you were reading a couple of comments earlier, they hadn't hit my comment section yet.
Okay.
They took like a minute or two, and then it came up.
Yeah. Oh no, Royalty says sperm donor it is. Going back to what's the girl name?
Ebony K. Williams.
Yeah, Ebony K. Williams. Yeah.
Hey, but look, that's why the brat baby daddy, whoever their sperm donor is a white man.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of black men that aren't, and that kind of goes to some of the points I made. Black men want to be fathers. We want to raise our kids. So the amount of black male sperm donors has extremely decreased. So for the black women that were focused on their careers and going to freeze their eggs and the Ebony K's of the world, and now you want to go back and you do want a black sperm donor because you love black men, you do want a black child, your chances are going to be slimmer. Because there's so many brothers that are like, hey, I may need this money, but I can also protect my seed while I'm out here in the world moving like I'm moving because I want to raise my own child. I don't want to wait 18 years and get a phone call and then, oh shit, you look just like me and I've missed all this stuff.
Yeah.
So
facts.
the black men that want to be fathers, they want to be fathers. And again, the majority of black men don't have kids. But when they think of being a father, they do think of pushing the kid on the swing, taking them to a game, having those firsts with their child. So this idea of what this caricature is of black men don't take care of their kids, going back to the stepfatherhood, it's a lie. Not only do we take care of our kids, we take care of somebody else's kids. Whether or not that child has a father in their life. I was sharing a story with him. I got a family member who broke up with their baby mama or whatever, they're exchanging the kid or whatever. He ends up talking to the new guy, and the new guy just talked to him man to man and was like, look, when your daughter is with me, she's my daughter. And not on some sucker shit, but she's my daughter. Nothing's going to happen to her in my presence, is what he was assuring this other man. Because guess what? He was the new guy that had a new kid with the same woman. So it's so many men that are willing to put ourselves out there and hold shit down that just flat out don't get the credit. And other men are seeing this. That's why the black male sperm donor count is dwindling. That's why so many brothers like myself who have already had a child choose the snippage or just super protective with our seed and don't want to have another one.
Yeah.
Where we at? Kayla says co-parenting is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Royalties, I get it, girl. Look, I know it can be. It's just finding the balance, but you got two different households. But again, nobody, men or women, don't lose sight of the child. That's the most important person.
Yeah.
Let's see. You want to do some closing thoughts?
No, I had to give you a like. I gave you a like on your video. My bad.
Oh, all good. I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah.
But where we at, man? We almost going 3 now.
No, you know, Kofa was like, yo, we're going to just do like an hour. I'm like, no, we're not.
He was like, man, I mean, we'll see where it goes. And here we are again. What we at? 2.5?
Yeah, 2:23.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to go into the office in the morning, man. I got to crash.
Well, I don't. Well, but I got to go home. So unless I can sleep on these pillows.
Hey, you got a whole other bed.
But I think this is a great conversation.
Yeah.
Definitely great replay value. So share this with people. I would like it for you to share it on my page so I get paid, but also I understand if you share it on Kofa's because
share it on both.
Yeah, share it on both. But people not gonna watch it twice. I wouldn't watch it twice.
But just share it.
Yeah, just share it. Yeah.
Let's just see where the chips fall. Send it to one person, then you send mine to another person, or
yeah.
Do 2 posts on your Facebook page, and
there you go.
Let it run.
Yeah.
But I know I'm gonna chop it up on my end and share some of this because we did have a great conversation. Thank you all in the chat. Thank you for everybody that came through us.
And also thanks for Sean from the Shy came in early with the super chat as well.
Yes.
Appreciate you for that. Yes,
I don't have my soundboard.
Yeah, I don't even have my super chat animation come up, so I felt bad about that. So I just put up there regular because I don't have all the stuff set up here. But Sean, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. You know what I mean? If anybody else want to drop some super chats, please go on my page and give me some money. I do not disagree with that. It took a lot for me to bring my laptop and my setup over here to get this thing going on. You know what I mean?
For real. So closing thoughts for me. I'm gonna just keep it short and sweet. You guys can replay it. I think we dropped some really good gems. Had 2 different short videos, but powerful and meaningful videos from Kevin Samuels that we spoke about and expanded on. Again, thank you for everybody in the chat for engaging with us, keeping us going. Y'all have no idea how hard, and I'm finding it out as I go through this Everyday in May challenge. Doing a video of how hard it is.
The Everyday in May challenge?
Sure.
Yeah, I like that.
We'll Everyday in May challenge. Finding out how hard it is to be a content creator. I knew before when I was doing my videos here and there in different lives and just finding my rhythm, but every day, man, this is work. Oh yeah. This is a job. We joked about it. You guys can't see it. We got wires all over the table, all behind the camera. Like
I had to bring my light, my camera.
It's so much stuff.
2 microphones. So Kofa had his microphone thing. Yeah, I didn't realize that I could have just brought one. But yeah, 2 microphones, audio processor right here, my bags here, got extra headphones. Like
it's a whole production. And we were saying, like, man, when we started this, we didn't know how much work it was. And it's crazy. You guys can see us clearly on camera and see, the setup. But then, like I said, it's wires running all over here that you guys can't see.
You probably never seen your living room look like this.
Nope.
Yeah.
But I kind of like the setup though.
It's
I think this might bring some guests in and stuff like that. So I don't know.
I mean, open up another idea. Let me know. I could bring some stuff over, let you do it, and I'll just come back and get it later.
Yeah. Cool. So my final thoughts, like I said, good show tonight. Like always, like the last time we did it. But I leave you like I always leave you, brothers, sisters too. But you matter. You're not crazy. Make better choices.
Yep. And what I always say, Real Rap Ron. I forgot how my outro go. Why I forget it just now? I got a brain fart, so forgive me.
Real Rap Ron is signing off.
Yeah. All right. Peace. Oh, here go. Final thoughts. Women run the world. Here she go. And that's on your page.
Who was that?
Lexus. She did not have to say that on my page, so she said on your page. She bring that nonsense to you.
Look, we got pillows and no paper towels, Lex. We got to figure something out. I ain't even got no comeback for that one.
All right, later, y'all. Peace.
Peace, everybody.
Later.